Well,
I'm hard to find.
if you were hoping to step into a show with no agendas, with a non-pixelated real talk, well, then you came to the wrong show. There's going to be a lot of agendas spread today.
You good? Talk. Now you hot.
You're stepping back into focus and in the frame.
Now you hot.
Braun is taking time to put his makeup on as his Seattle Seahawks have clinched the #1 overall seed in the NFC. And Chill, unfortunately, y'all got packed up like an old box of cigarettes, brother. And that was not a close game. The score indicated it was much closer than what it was. They got dominated. It should have been dominated. Yes, we did. It should have been 14-0 to start the game if Mike McDonald didn't lose his mind for the first two series. But shout out to Real Talk. Shout out Mars. We're going to have quite a full house today. But y'all, the NBA, it's in a really, really good place. Hey, our Lakers, Real Talk. Shout out to Luka and LeBron, looking great yesterday. Shout out to Jake LaRavia, another 20-point performance versus the vaunted Memphis Grizzlies. Man, a lot of great basketball. Mars, Real Talk, Chill. How y'all feeling?
Real Talk. All I know is that, I've spoken to my uncle a couple of times and I've asked for some things. But after a while, I can't keep asking him. Like, eventually, Uncle gonna be like, yo, can you get a job? Eventually, I ain't got it. What I'm wondering when I watch this group is I'm like, how long am I going to be able to lean on my uncle? Because I can't lean on him too much longer. I mean, I'm leaning on him now, and he holding me down, but I'm not going to be able to lean on him too much longer. I'm feeling good this morning, Swiper. Feeling really good this morning.
Hey, man, that Unc done retired. He got a great 401k. He got good benefits. You can lean on Unc for as long as you need to lean on. You know what I'm saying? You can lean on Unc as much as you need to lean on him. Unc always ready. Shout out to Bron,
telling
man.
Me, don't worry, I got it. I got you. What
exactly. Bron's still getting the job done. Year 23, 41. Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Mars want to hate. I know Mars want to hate.
I ain't watched the game yesterday. I don't talk on things I ain't watched, but
anytime LeBron be hooping, you don't watch the game, man. Let him be a minus on the plus minus.
It's a hell of a coincidence.
Yeah.
It was watching LeBron in the playoffs and they're gonna lose in round 1. I'm like, yeah.
To be honest with you, Mars, it was some of the same stuff from Jaren Jackson. A lot of fouling, not a lot of rebounding. He ended up picking up foul number 6, but it got rescinded. And he stayed with foul number 5. Yeah. This kid, Jaylen Wells, and I know we're gonna go over this when we go on when we do our rundown today, but this kid, Jaylen Wells, I mean, I like everything about his game, and I do think that they got a foundational piece in this kid, Coward. I really like him. I love his motor. I love that he competes. But don't let the box score fool you. Don't let that 4 for 10 from Luka at the long ball line fool you, Mars. Do not. No. It wasn't. It was not that. It did not look good.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, y'all, we have a title of the show today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, fast breakdown. We're going to get in the comments of the week. I personally might want to introduce a tweet of the day today. I know we usually do that on Friday, but it might be a little relevant for today. But y'all, there's a lot of stuff happening around the league with our MVP players. Jokic is currently not playing. Wemby is currently not playing. Giannis had a great game, 38 points and 11 rebounds, I believe, yesterday. But they're in a dogfight with the Charlotte Hornets here tonight. Require a Giannis game-winning alley-oop. So who knows what's going to happen with the Bucks the rest of the season. And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander yesterday is getting packed up again like an old box of cigarettes. And, he was being hunted down.
No agendas today.
No, it's not. It's not. I already said before the show started, this will be an agenda show because Ron is going. He gets on here. We're going to take a brief.
Right, it's going to be Ron's fault, not yours.
No, it is because watch. When Ron gets here with that Seahawks nonsense, it's going to be straight agenda now.
About that.
And yeah, so we'll get to SGA and all that. But what we got to start off with is obviously Jaylen Brown because everybody in the Twitterverse is having a conversation right now that if Jokic isn't there, if Wemby's not there, if Luka continues to play like bums on defense, and then obviously missing a bunch of players, who is going to be the best player remaining for MVP? But Ron, before we get started with that conversation around Jaylen Brown,
you think that was a belt to ass game, Ron? Word? You think that was a belt to ass game, Ron?
I told you. Don't come in here
because they scored one.
Talking that shit.
One.
I told you.
One touchdown they scored. That was it. You got
what?
One.
How many touchdowns y'all score?
One.
How many touchdowns y'all score?
Zero.
Hey, you know the score isn't always indicative of an ass whooping.
That's correct. That is correct. And that interception.
Mars, you know, sometimes you got to watch the game to see that a team is just thoroughly getting they ass whooped.
They had us boxed up. They did. Our run game was non-effective. I mean, C-Mac tried to get it going in the second half, and he did get something going. That interception was that was the difference in the game. That bobble pass when he ended up coughing it up, that was the game right there. Because if we score on that possession, y'all in deep trouble. But up until that point, I mean, we really didn't get nothing. We really didn't get nothing on the offensive line. I think we got dominated on the defensive line. I mean, on the defensive line, I think that y'all did a really good job in taking care of football. I was surprised because I thought Sam Darnold was going to give me the ball, and he almost gave it to me twice. He almost gave us the ball twice. But we'll see y'all again. We'll see you dudes again.
Chill. So we even right now?
For right now, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
On my debts is paid, chat.
Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm good. I'm good to go. Real talk. Hey, real talk. I know it feels good to be a division leader, right? Yo, Swiper.
They're not a division leader.
By the way,
we're the best team in the division.
No, you're not right now. But they're not.
We are.
They're really good.
I knew he was going to say that.
I was like, the Jaguars won that division.
We're not worried about the Jaguars.
You are not a Texas fan.
Never mind. Real talk. I'm sorry.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
You see the symbol on that. Chill. I was hoping bad that y'all won, so we didn't have to deal with this nonsense from Ron. But here we are, man.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like Seattle because they didn't.
We kicked y'all ass too. We put the same belt on y'all too.
Y'all didn't pay my boy. Jordan Brooks. I didn't pay.
Oh, hey, he balling right now too.
I know he balling. Lead the league.
But yeah, I don't want to derail the show. You know, the belt was put on somebody, so that's in the past. You know, hopefully everybody acts right, so we don't got to put a belt out anymore. But let's get into it, fellas. We've all seen what Jaylen Brown did over the weekend. We all have seen what he's been doing all season. And I just got a couple questions for you, chat. Fellas, I got a couple questions for y'all. First, before we get into any questions, Mars, before we get into anything, I just want to acknowledge what Jaylen Brown did against Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and the Clippers. 50-piece. He said he had a little bit of extra motivation before the game, and he said he wanted to prove that he's the best two-way player in the league. What is our thoughts on this 50-piece from Jaylen Brown?
Where is Lil Cattle? That's number one. Where is Lil Cattle? Because this is all I know, Ron. This is all I know. Hey, a Chrysler 300 swipe looked like a Phantom until a Phantom pull up. And that's what we saw. That's what we saw Saturday night. Kawhi Leonard was out there looking real good. He was out there looking like he was balling out of control. And then a real two-way demon pulled up to Los Angeles and said, hey, let me help hold you to 35% shooting from the field as I drop a 50 ball on your head. So that's what happened this past weekend. Shout out to Kawhi, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Chrysler 300.
To be honest with you, Ron, his game, it just has gotten so much better over the course of this season. And then that looked, to be honest with you, Saturday night, that game looked personal for me. Like he wanted to show, like once he got going, that I am the best player on the floor. And he made a conscious effort to go at Kawhi Leonard every opportunity he got. Whether Kawhi Leonard stopped him in terms of shot fake, I'm still getting this shot off on you. I'm still going to go at you in transition. I'm still going to take you one-on-one. And I felt like he did that. I mean, I haven't given Jaylen Brown enough credit for his improvement as a basketball player. And I think on Saturday night, I think he showed me a lot, not just from the 50 ball. He showed me a lot in terms of his confidence. Like he's much more confident shooting in the mid-range. He's much more confident shooting at the long ball line. He's much more confident in his handle. And I think that goes into the work that he's put in. So, I mean, I'm watching the Celtics offense. That offense, I mean, they're looking for the key is their second and third options in the second and third look, not the second and third options. I'm sorry, the second and third looks in the offense. And like a guy like Jaylen Brown is open on the wing, and if he's not open on the wing, then if Peyton Pritchard is back screening. You know, stuff like that is going on, and they're looking for the second or the third guy when that stuff is going on. And Kawhi Leonard, who I've always felt like he's not a great off-ball defender. He gets his head turned a lot, and I think that they took advantage of that, especially with Jaylen Brown and with him closing out. So, I mean, he was better than him. And if I'm watching today and I'm looking at what Jaylen Brown looks like, yeah, he looked fantastic. Yeah, he looked great.
He got 50 on only 8 free throws too. He only shot 10, made 8. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of buckets getting passed around. Mm-hmm. Mars, thoughts on JB?
In that game or the season? Or both? Right?
Both.
Can't hear you, Mars.
Outside
now you hot.
Outside of Ox, I would say Jaylen Brown's exceeded everyone's expectations. And that's not saying no one had expectations for him, because there were people who believed. But even their expectations, I would say, have been exceeded. Whether that's from a Boston record standpoint, I believe they're the 3rd or 4th seed.
Third.
One of them.
Mm-hmm. Half a game back from the 2nd seed.
Yeah, so they're right there in the hunt for a top 2 seed. That's definitely exceeding most people's expectations. Jaylen Brown is averaging 30. That probably exceeded a lot of people's expectations. I believe Jaylen Brown's having the most efficient year of his career.
Yep.
That's probably exceeding a lot of people's expectations. Across the board, he's just been better than I think anyone could have expected. I'm speaking for myself as well. He's been nothing short of amazing. There's not much you can, like, if you want to be critical, I think you just be clutching at straws at this point. He's been amazing. The mid-range shot making has been second to none. He's making the 3 at a good clip. He's getting to the free throw line. He's creating for himself and others. He's still competing on the defensive side of the ball. He's still taking assignments. Like, I don't know what you could really have to nitpick about with Jaylen Brown in regards to his performance this season. He deserves all the credit in the world. He's talking up his game. He's saying he should have been player of the month. He's the best 2-way player in the game. And when he's playing like this, he's well within his right to believe those things about himself, because he's doing his best to back all of those statements up. So,
are we in prime Jaylen Brown years, or are we in peak Jaylen Brown years? Which one is it? Because I think the two are different. I think that we could get a guy on the other side of his prime, and he's not as good as he used to be. But we can also get a guy in the beginning of his prime, but he's not peak that guy. For example, Swiper, Joker. When do you think Joker entered his prime in your estimation?
Well, 21. Yeah.
When did we get peak Joker?
Well, I mean, now.
Right. So I think between, once again, Mars,
he keeps getting better. So
yeah. But I think we've entered peak Joker years. I think over the last 3 years we've entered peak Joker years. I'm thinking about Jaylen Brown, and I'm thinking about a guy who I think his prime over the last, like, maybe he's 27 now, so I'm thinking like the last 2 or 3 years we had entered prime Jaylen Brown. I think we may be entering peak Jaylen Brown at this juncture right now.
Yeah,
he's 29 right now.
Is he 29? I thought he was 27. I'm sorry.
No, he came
just turned 29.
Yeah, he played a couple years at Cal.
He only played,
but he's currently having, in terms of what do you say, Aero Talk?
He was a freshman. He got drafted in 16. So
yeah. He played. I'm looking at his scoring season this year, like, just for context, like, he's basically having, without the same repertoire around him, a very similar scoring year to, remember, Tatum in 22, 23, when he had an average 30 a game on, like, 61 or something like that. Like, I think he's showing that, like, when they both get an opportunity, both of them are number one options. And I think that's why they are so good together. And I think, for me, the way that I look at this kind of stuff is you always have to have a guy that decides to take a back seat for someone else. And that's not a bad thing. That's just the way the league works. If you have two very talented players, especially wings on the roster, one of you has to be the person that says, like, you take a secondary role in some situations, whether it be closing games, whether it be with the ball in your hands, usage, whatever it might be. I think this is kind of shown Jaylen Brown has been very selfless with his approach to the Celtics, that he's obviously gotten a lot better, but he could have elevated his game to a different level maybe a little bit sooner had he got the opportunity. But he realized that it's better for the team that if I take a secondary role and I'm able to kind of not diminish in a negative way, but diminish some of my own usage and skill set for the sake of the team. It really worked out well. And obviously they won a championship and they won 64 games. They had the best offense ever that year. So, and obviously Derek White and, Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. But now I think JB's put in a situation where they required more out of him. Remember, Chill, this is so opposite of what I wanted. Remember in the summer when he had the meniscus tear, I didn't want him to play till December because I wanted him to get the surgery to fully repair it as opposed to scope a part of his meniscus out. And so he's basically shown that, like, look, I'm healthy. I feel good. My knee feels good. Yep. And to Mars's point, I'm looking at some of his defensive stuff now. This year, as a defensive player, players are still shooting 4% worse when he's a primary defender, which is 91st percentile this year. At the rim, players are shooting 4.8% worse, which is 70th percentile.
Is Jaylen Brown the only defender this year?
All league is tough. There's a lot of.
Is it ridiculous to think that, Moms?
I mean, he might get some votes because people
There's a lot of
accounting
defenders,
for the offensive burden, but he's not defending at that level. But for among the stars, the superstars,
he's defending really well. Yeah,
he deserves full credit for being as good defensively as he has been with that burden. But amongst the actual, I don't want to say the actual defenders, but amongst
Thompson, Blue Door,
that's a tougher bar to.
I think this kid in Phoenix, Dunn, I think he's defending at that level too. To be honest with you, I think he's been great.
Well, I think from stars, I'm looking at the list now. So really, if I said the top, MVP candidates where I would put him defensively, I think Giannis is number one, and obviously, Wemby Giannis would be 1-2.
Right.
But I'm looking at it now, man. I think there's an argument that Jaylen Brown's been the third best defender. I think he's been better defender than Shea, Jokic, Luka, which for what he has to do, especially with the Celtics team, that's a big deal. And I just think that it matters that he's able to take some primary assignments at times, and then be able to produce the amount of points that he's producing for this team. I think that speaks a lot to his conditioning, number one. And also, two, I want to spread my own agenda. I want to play the clip later on. I will be commandeering the show. There's something about when you learn salsa, you get in touch with your footwork and your rhythm.
Stop, Ron.
He's having his. Hey, did you see him with Monet?
I seen it.
So I'm
I
just saying
seen that, boy.
I'm just saying, real talk. There's something
that boy. He complained about him not winning Eastern Conference Player of the Year. Went salsa dancing with Victoria Monet. Bought a courtside ticket and dropped 50 in front of her. If that's not legendary.
She was courtside?
Yeah, she was courtside that game, yeah. After
they went salsa dancing before the game or after it?
Well, this was probably from a few days prior. Then she was, she showed up.
You know what I'm
saying? They salsa after that game too.
Respect.
I don't know. I don't know what they I
don't know what his status is. I don't know. Is he still with Kassir?
No. In fact, not only is he not with her, they broke up with the premise. I need to focus on my job. That's why I need to focus on my job, and he is 100% focusing on his job. Because if I'm being honest, Ron, to your point, Swiper, this summer when we were talking about the Celtics, I thought this was a gap year. I thought that this was a year where this team is not going to be very good. Jaylen Brown has got a bad knee. He shouldn't be playing much. You can just you got a lot of money next season. You got Jason Tatum coming back. You got Jaylen Brown who'll be back. So instead, not only has Jaylen Brown been nothing short of fantastic, I think if the season ended today, I think Joe Mazzulla is the coach of the year. I think he's done a great job with this group.
I agree with that.
I think he's done a fantastic job with this group.
Yeah, I still can't believe y'all doubted Joe Mazzulla. But hey, here we are.
What? Ron,
you
what are you doing?
Joe Mazzulla. We know you're ready.
What's happening right now, Ron?
I was the highest on the Celtics.
Up here
oh no, it's about to for sure get nasty. I was the highest on the Celtics out of everybody. Swiper, come on, dog.
How am I still getting home court? What are you talking about? We did this already.
Come on. All right,
me and Chip was going back and forth.
Right.
Swiper, I'll let you ride this. I'll let you ride this wave with me. But I was the only one that believed in this.
You on the back of the, you on the back
were
of the
the only people that believed in the Celtics. And part of it was I said I believe in Joe Mazzulla. Now, I got things I don't like about Joe Mazzulla. I don't like that he wants to just shoot 1,000,000 threes a game. However, if it is a team that could get him up and be good, I was highlighting this team with Anthony Simons and all these guys. However, I don't necessarily want to get into that. What I do want to get into is a couple things that Jaylen Brown said. First off, should Jaylen Brown have been Eastern Conference Player of the Month?
Yes, I think so. I think considering who they beat, in addition to who they beat, how well he's been playing, yeah, I think he should have been Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Yes.
Yeah, I mean him. Yeah, I do think that's fair, especially given the month he had in the burden he's carrying. I think that's perfectly fine. I didn't understand either one of them last month, to be honest with you. I didn't think Brunson was number 2 either.
Who did you think was 2?
That's
wait, who should have won? Who should have won both?
It wasn't Brunson, I guess. I don't know if it should have been. I just know it shouldn't have been him.
No, I mean, it's just I don't want to like. I'm not trying to hate. Like, you know, that's unfair. Like, but Brunson was a good selection. I do think Jaylen had a great argument. I'll just say that Jaylen had a great argument.
I don't really keep up with Player of the Month voting. The only time I care is when Jalen Green's having a good month. Then I'm like, oh, Player of the Month. Other than that, it's like, this award. I don't. Jaylen Brown, shout out to you. If you think you deserved it, sure. You was going crazy, so I'm not going to argue with you.
And I think a part of it Brunson won in part because of the in-season tournament too. So like,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I believe they had a better record too. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Jalen Brunson winning Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Jaylen Brown definitely put up a worthy fight, and he was a worthy opponent because in December he was going absolutely berserk. So it could have gone either way, but I'm not mad at the award going to Jaylen Brunson.
I mean, they beat Cleveland, they beat the Knicks, they beat Toronto, they beat the Heat, they beat Toronto again. They beat the Clippers. This within that month. I mean, they only lost 3 games. I mean, they won 12 of the 15 games that month. Yes, they won 12 of the 15 games in that month. And I mean, they were rolling. They were rolling really well. And Jaylen Brown, what was he averaging? 31 a game in a month?
Yeah, 31. So his numbers look just like SGA's.
Yeah, he was
31.7, 6.5 rebounds, 5.4 assists, 50%.
That's player of the month.
43 from 3, 79 from the line, plus 51 on the month.
I mean, that sounds like player of the month to me. That's exactly what that sounds like.
He was going.
I mean, we'd have to check his EPM, but you know. Derek White still leads in the Celtics.
Isn't he pretty low on EPM?
Yeah,
he is, which is why we don't go by those stats. But even his last game in December, I want to say it was like a 23-point game against the Jazz. That was either the last one or the first one. I don't know how StatMuse goes in order, but even in that game, he had 10 assists, which again goes to his growth as a player. Yep, it goes to his growth as a player, as a passer, and a playmaker. So yeah, shout out to Jaylen Brown. He's just gotten better in every aspect offensively this year. I think he just locked himself in the gym this summer. He knew that he had the opportunity to finally be a number 1 option. He's been wanting to be a number 1 option for a long time. He knew he would be able to showcase his talents, and my goodness, is he showcasing them?
That's it right there.
But it's kind of funny, right? Because if Jaylen Brown was having the season that people projected he would have, like the bad season, people thought the Celtics suck, Jaylen Brown can't be a number 1 option, all that stuff. People would start blaming the extracurriculars he's undertaking, the streaming, all of the stuff on social media. Now he's distracted. He's not focused. But all of a sudden, because he's hooping.
Still doing those things too, by the way.
So it's like,
still doing those things.
It's very.
He brought that up yesterday.
It's very outcome based with like guys like that, where if you're playing well, no one seems to care about those things. But the moment you're doing those things and not playing well, apparently it's a distraction.
He did the same thing with Shaq.
That's how it should be, Mars.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny. He's not distracted, but if he was playing badly, he's distracted when it's the same thing. It's just, I guess.
Well, most people can't stay up with the Owls and soar with the Eagles. Now, if you can, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you can do both, then do both. But if you can't, then you need to shut down the one thing and keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah, he said.
I think that makes sense if somebody is doing extracurricular activities outside of their job and they're not performing their job well, even if it's not to the extracurricular activities fault. I mean, you probably should cut those off until you get your job right, and then try to go back to managing that. Like,
he did the same thing with Shaq.
I think that makes sense.
They did the same thing with Shaq in the mid 90s. Shaq, you care about movies, you care about rap albums, you care about commercials. You don't really care about winning championships. And then he still was doing commercials when they was winning back-to-back championships. He was still doing features on records when they was winning championships. He still was doing that. And they stopped talking about it because what they cared about, they cared about him winning, right? So, but to your point, real talk, what I pay attention to, and again, I was wrong here because I had Jaylen Brown before the season started. I was looking at about between 23 to 26 a game. He'd probably be in and out of the lineup because of that knee injury. But it was obvious watching him, he's been in the lab. He's been working on his game. And I care about that stuff. I care about seeing guys get better and showing that you've gotten better. Like a lot of guys say that they've gotten better, but you don't see it, right? You see them talk about, I've been working on my game, when in reality, no, you really haven't. You haven't been working on the stuff that makes you more effective. With Jaylen Brown, that handle has gotten tighter. And with that handle getting tighter, he's getting to the space where he needs to get to pull up on that mid-range, especially with that 3-ball too. He's always been a great transition player. I've always felt like that about him being a great transition player. But the fact that handle has gotten tighter, his ability to pass has gotten better. So a lot of this stuff, a lot of this stuff that he was deficient in, he's obviously been in the lab working on it, and it shows. And I dig that about him. Kudos to Jaylen Brown, because I tell you what, brother, like I said, I did not know you was this nice. I knew you was nice. I ain't know you was this nice. No, I did not.
There's a reason I gave him all that money. You know what I mean? Because they knew something. There's a reason they gave him all that damn money, and the world lost their mind. How you gonna give a guy all that money? He can't go left. Sometimes you just need an opportunity to show how good you are. So, you know, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, Jason Tatum had to go down. Like, obviously, I think everybody, including Jaylen Brown, would rather have Jason Tatum here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure there's nobody in the. I'm pretty sure there's no. I'm 100% positive that, you know, Jaylen Brown would rather his brother be on the court with him. You know what I mean? There's no, you know, I would like to assume that. I'm pretty sure all 6 of us up here would rather have Jason Tatum on the court. You know what I mean? But sometimes
absolutely we would.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So it's next man up, and you got to be ready for that. And obviously, Jaylen Brown was more than prepared for this moment. But that, like I said, there's a reason they gave that man all that money.
Yeah,
they knew.
Yo, so y'all, I gotta ask the next question regarding comments made by Jaylen Brown. Is he in fact the best two-way player in the NBA right now?
Is he a better two-way player than Wemby?
No,
of
course
Is he a better
not.
two-way player than Giannis?
No, obviously not.
Jaylen Brown been the best two-way player for a couple seasons now.
Okay,
He might have Giannis.
No, he does. He does not.
We need to define terms.
Oh man,
What's a two-way player? What's a two-way player?
And talk about,
You
you
don't
can
have
be
to
a
be
better
elite.
two-way player and not be better than somebody else as well. Like he's not better than Jokic, but he's a better.
He's not a better two-way player than Giannis, though. I mean, we can.
But that's why we need to define terms. What's the two?
Like, is he a better? He's not a better offensive player than Giannis. We know that. But then now you're saying, like, does he elevate his team defense better than Giannis? Well, the answer is no. He doesn't. Like, factually, does not.
But hold up though.
He's a better.
Let's define the terms. How Mars is saying.
He's not.
Can we get a satisfactory? But before we get to him and Giannis or him and whoever else, can we define the term? What is a two-way player?
A two-way player is a player who, on both sides of the basketball, is a plus more than a minus. He gives me more than less on both sides of the basketball. He's a damn good defender. He's not a detriment to us on offense. He's a damn good passer. He gives me everything that's necessary in order for us to win on both offense and defense.
A two-way player is a hooper. A two-way player is a basketball player. A two-way player is somebody that goes out there and plays basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what a two-way player is. A two-way player is somebody that does their job and doesn't take.
But if you're saying Jaylen Brown's been the best two-way player in basketball for a couple years,
sure,
has Jaylen Brown been the best basketball player?
That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, y'all, like Ron said, like Ron said, Morris, and I know you understand this already.
That's a very direct question. Has he been the best basketball player in the game?
Mars asked me the question. Let me answer Mars.
Please.
Mars, you know what I mean by that, and I know that you know what I mean by that.
I don't.
I understand.
I don't know.
Big guy, speaking to this mic.
I
don't know what you mean by that.
And Mars, I understand why you asked that question. I appreciate that question, Mars. But as Ron said, you can be better. You can be a better two-way player, and there could still be somebody out there that's technically better than you because they might be so well on this side of the court.
Okay, so an exception.
Now,
but
but with that being said, though, Morris, with that being said, though, Morris, I wish there was a lot more Jaylen Browns and a less more of them dudes out there that y'all love so much.
What dudes?
Jaylen Brown?
What dudes?
Is Jaylen
You know
Brown?
what I'm talking about, Ron.
Okay,
We don't know who you're talking about. Who are you talking about?
You know them dudes. You know them dudes that just be posted up on defense, watching, doing this shit, acting like they want to help and doing that, and then on the offensive side of the court, be dancing all in the videos and coming alive and shit.
All of a sudden, act like they got life on the offensive end, but when defense come around, they act like they can't move.
Right. You know exactly.
Who are you referring to?
I'm referring to all them dudes that aren't Jaylen Brown.
I see Oxing standing on his nuts today.
But
I mean,
however,
there's a million of them. There's a million. I'm supposed to sit here and make a list.
Ox,
Yeah.
let's stay right here, Ox.
You
Let's
make
stay right
lists
here,
on
Ox.
this show. Absolutely.
Because again, you're talking about basketball. Is Jaylen Brown the best hooper in the game?
Today, absolutely.
Today, in 2022, 2025-26, is Jaylen Brown the best hooper in the game?
Absolutely. 100%, no doubt about it.
And what is a hooper exactly? So people understand exactly what a hooper is. What is a hooper, Ox?
It doesn't exist again.
What's a hooper? Is
what is a hooper?
A hooper is a guy that we don't have to talk about. We don't have to designate. You know how sometimes we got to sit here and talk about it like, oh well, offensively he did this. Oh well, defensively we can't just talk about basketball. Jaylen Brown, one of them dudes. Jaylen Brown, Joker is fantastic basketball player, amazing basketball.
I ain't say basketball player, Ox. I said hooper.
I'm talking about guys that we can just talk about hoop. We can just talk about basketball without having to do all the other shit. Absolutely.
And Joker,
absolutely.
Jokic is a basketball player.
Like I told y'all last week. Today,
offensive player.
Today, Jaylen Brown's playing better than Giannis. Today, Jaylen Brown's better than Giannis. Today,
it's not.
What? This minute.
You ain't see what he did to your team.
Giannis just had.
He is not.
I saw that. I saw that. That's what's up. That's what's up.
No, he isn't.
Stop.
Jaylen Brown stopped the mud hole in this too, though, man.
Without going overboard.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a low ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who ain't stomped? Who else? Everybody stomped the mud hole. Oh, you see what Austin Reeves did to us, man?
Except the Rockets. Yeah.
But that's all I'm saying. And obviously, I'm not trying to change nobody's mind. I'm just saying that's just how I feel about Jaylen Brown. But
I don't really know how you feel because I don't understand the definitions.
I've been felt this way.
We've heard two different definitions so far. We've heard two.
I wouldn't expect you to understand the definition, because I know
as a two-way player,
you have the ability to transport this part of the game and pretend like that's everything, and so that's okay.
I don't know what that means. I'm asking why is he a better defensive player than Giannis?
As a right quick swiper, because I just hold that. We're gonna get right into that next. I want to set some clear boundaries. As a two-way player, it means that you are at least bare minimum good on both sides of basketball.
A plus on both.
You don't got to be great. You don't got to be elite. You don't got to be top 5. Bare minimum, you are good, and that's above average. Not an average defender. You
two-way player.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
Jaylen Brown.
I don't know if I've ever thought about Cade as a two-way player. I've never looked at Cade and said you're a two-way player. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm not saying that he's not. I just have never. Sure. Is his defense that good?
Well, see, that's the thing, Ron.
He's definitely helping the Pistons.
Yes,
he's definitely not hurting.
Minimum,
so,
like just because
bare minimum.
He ain't a sore. No, he's not a sore, Ron. But
he's the highest minute player on the number 2 defense in the NBA. And you can watch him. He can guard multiple positions. He can help side rim protect. He plays passing lanes. Good physical size at his position. Positional size. Yeah, I would think Cade would have to be a two-way player.
Yeah.
Is Kevin Durant a two-way player?
Of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just because you're not an all-league defender does not mean that you don't play on both sides of the basketball, Ron. It does not mean that. Just because I'm not an all-pro, just because I'm not an all-league defender does not mean that I don't play defense. Just because I'm not an all-NBA player does not mean that I'm not a good offensive player. That does not mean.
Can you be a two-way player if your team hides you on the defensive end? If they switch you off of guys on the if they take you out of the game And you know,
Are you asking about Shea?
In final,
Yes, he's asking about Shea, obviously.
Well, first and foremost,
I'm asking about everybody. Real
First
talk.
and foremost,
Yeah, but
everybody.
did you have a player in mind when you was asking that question?
he 100% was asking about Shea. Let's be honest. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, so you not standing on business today?
That's what-
you
that's
be
what
the
he's
main
talking
one
about.
talk about standing.
But,
standing
I know
on
what I'm
that.
saying. I'm tiptoeing around all these subjects.
I'm
Did you
asking
get-
questions.
Did you
brother.
get
So,
castrated
can I
this
answer your question?
weekend?
Can I answer your
Do
question?
you not have no nuts to stand on?
What's wrong with y'all? Can I
Right.
just ask questions?
I mean, I will say Shea did get subbed out after being hunted for 5 minutes straight. Like I'm not like that is what happens.
Now
That is what happened.
Now, to be
Do I
fair,
think Shea's a
Mark,
two-way player for his level of player? Yes. But do I view Shea as like, oh yeah, look at him, all defensive caliber defender? No. But if you're
Y'all
asking
been
just
gassing
not
that
bleeding
SBA
value,
defense.
yes, I think Shea, by Ron's definition of positive, yeah, I think Shea's a two-way player.
sure. And to
Y'all
also
been
be
gassing that SGA defense for a minute because he get a couple weak side blocks.
Well, he had a better,
When
he had
I
a better
sit here and I
defensive
say
year last
First few
year.
weeks of the
Edwards-
season, first few weeks of the season, respect Shea's defense. His first
He
few weeks of
was,
the
yeah, he
season.
was on ball a little bit, but when
So was
when I
Luka.
say that Anthony Edwards is a better defender than Shea, Mars and the rest of the Martians in the chat, oh my God, Ant is so bad off the ball. Like, bro, who can't? First off, they asked Ant to guard the ball regularly. So that is his duty on that Minnesota team for the most part. He guards the ball
Sure.
regularly. So why would I be judging him of what he does off ball? And I now watch Anthony Edwards games regularly to see if he is in fact bleeding so much value off the ball. He doesn't. He doesn't. I'm watching every single Anthony Edwards game. Literally.
I was in the
I
building
don't
Saturday
see it.
night.
It's
I was-
just,
All
it's
I
just a
said was
narrative.
Ant's
that
possession
y'all
to possession
run with.
value isn't that high. That's all I said. I actually, the last time you spoke about this, and you was in my comments, I'm in my chat when I was saying Kevin Durant's defense this year. All I said was Ant's possession to possession value is not that high, but in high leverage moments he can play elite level defense, which is extremely valuable. But I actually barely brought up the off ball stuff this year. I just said possession to
Well,
possession.
I'm
is not that
talking
high.
more so.
But you said
Martian.
Martian. You said my name
Yes,
explicitly.
Martians, yes.
Yeah, so you said Mars
But
and
one
the
of your critique, but your
So I just want to make sure I'm going to speak
your
for myself.
possession
I'm going to speak for
possession
myself. That's why I
critique
said possession
is-
to possession.
Your possession to possession critique is about Ant doing what, not being what? Because I've heard you say this,
My biggest
that he
critique of
bad
him is
off
that
the
he's
ball.
one of the worst screen navigators in the league, and that's on ball. So actually, once again, you're wrong. Because my biggest critique
I'm
of him has
not,
been
because
his
you've regularly said he's bad off the ball. I've literally heard
my
you say
biggest
it
critique of him
regularly.
this season, like I just answered the question, my biggest critique of him this season has been his screen navigation, where I said he's one of the worst in the NBA. So that's what my biggest.
Do you
critique
fight
of
that
him
real talk? Because I was in the building on Saturday night. He be chilling off ball.
He's not one of the worst.
He
but
is
again,
chilling.
Like he's not
One of the worst is also
Like, I watch Anthony Edwards.
They be dragging the Ant.
He's straight
defense.
chilling off the basketball.
My
Mark.
fault. Yeah, he's not Trey Young. I didn't. Okay. Caveat amongst the players in the comparison.
You're the one that always says words are words. You're
Yes,
the one
I'm
that always
making.
says
I'm
that.
making sure. Yeah, I'm making. Okay, let's be explicitly clear. Amongst the players within this realm, I'm not comparing him to Trey Young.
Nope.
Anyone who's asked to guard the ball, wherever, Anthony Edwards is one of the worst screen navigators. That's my critique of Anthony Edwards. Off the ball, I don't think he's providing high level value. Do I think he's bleeding a ton of value? But I don't think he's providing a ton of value off the ball either. So when I look at his possession to possession value, yes, I don't view Ant in that higher tier. When the question that you're alluding to was Cade, Shea, and Ant. And I said, on a possession to possession basis, I would have Ant as the worst of the three. But in terms of physical capability and high leverage moments, I would have him as the best of the three. That's still my opinion right now. I think he's the most physically capable. I think in a high leverage situation, I trust him the most defensively. Over the course of a 48-minute game in which they're all playing 35 minutes, his possession to possession value, I think, is the lowest on defense.
Well, I will say to defend SGA a little bit. Last year he had a much better defensive year than he's having this year. We are, what is this? How many games have we played now? 36. So we're almost halfway through the season, and his perimeter defense has across the board been pretty bad to mid for most of the year. So
Pretty bad.
yeah, it's been bad. Like
Like,
the grade wise.
He was guarding the first
What does that
couple
mean,
of weeks.
bad?
Yeah,
But
I
so
think
was Jokic, to be fair.
last yeah, I think
Everyone come in with that sense of
Yeah,
urgency.
I think last year for the whole season, because obviously, my partner, he put together all the MVP stuff for everybody. He brought all the isolation stats for Shea. When you did attack him, he was like doing phenomenal last season. This year on the other end, he's having a lot of issues. And so OKC fans, like yesterday, they'll say that because he had 4 fouls, that's why the situation happened. But also what's happening too is they did this last year, but I think OKC had a little bit more mysticism to them. When they play versus good teams now, what teams are doing is they're bringing up SGA into every ball screen they have, because what they're trying to do is not just get SGA to the front. They're literally running like circles around the court to try to prevent SGA from being the direct defender on the on-ball player or keeping him out of a pick and roll. Because obviously they got Dort, Caruso, J-Dub, and a host of other players, Cason Wallace and Chet. So they're trying to keep him out of that. The problem is they're now bleeding points like off the secondary actions by trying to be overprotective of SGA. Yep. And then what happened is, the reason why I said the last 5 minutes yesterday on Twitter, they were scoring off the possessions of trying to overprotect for Shea because they were now over leveraged on one side of the floor. And then when Shea did get the primary responsibility, now to be fair, he closed out well on the 3-pointer for Dylan Brooks. Like, that was more of a great shot than anything else. But the stuff with Booker, Jordan Goodwin, like, he just doesn't have the physicality, like the timing, like
he is getting worn down too, Swiper. Don't leave that part out.
Yeah, but remember, the first and Mars, you weren't here obviously because you're on sabbatical with the Buddhist monks. But remember, there was a 5-week period where he was basically scoring at like 33 on like crazy efficiency, and he was going nuts. Mm-hmm. But the last 2.5 weeks since the competition has picked up, more offense, more defensive responsibility, his numbers have started trending down. And in particular, his defense has been taken apart a little bit more as well. So I think it's a collection of things. I think Shea just had an unprecedented guard start for the season. And then now the season has kind of shifted a little bit. And I think he's just more tired on the defensive end. And teams know we can exploit your weaknesses a little bit better now because we know your personnel more than we did at the start of the year. So I think it's multiple things. That's why I'm saying, when Ox asked the question, or, we have to put in two-way player, I think JB's clearly been a better two-way player in terms of like defensive value. The problem is obviously SJ's still providing like, top 3 offensive value in the league right now. So I think
is Jaylen Brown doing that too?
No.
Is Jaylen Brown?
No, I don't think he's having a better offensive season than like, obviously Jokic, Luka, Shea, Giannis. I don't think he's not having better offensive season than Giannis, but he's doing
is it
really
because
well.
he shoots so many mid-range shots?
What'd you say? I can't hear you. Your mic
because he shoots so many mid-range
shots?
No,
you good. You good.
No. Actually, that's what I was going to bring up earlier. This year from mid-range, he's shooting like 71% at the rim, 49% from small, like short mid-range. Then he's shooting 52% from long mid-range this year. So no, he's having a great shooting.
That's bad?
No, that's good. No, he's upper like. That's very good.
He's cooking this shit.
Yeah, who is this?
Jaylen Brown.
Right?
I'm just wondering, like, especially as far as just scoring the basketball. I don't understand what more could you ask for?
Well, there's just better scores. Like, I think there's people having better scoring seasons than him. But it doesn't make it a bad scoring season either. Like,
that's simple, yeah.
I just think that I think Phoenix in particular, of all the teams that I've watched them play, and by the way, they're only one game over 500 against teams above 500.
Who?
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
What's their record?
6-5. And with that being said, yeah. So with that being said, these teams make Phoenix in particular. Real
this
talk.
year, it was not the case last year.
11 games.
They had the easiest start ever. Yeah.
Phoenix in particular, real talk. What they do, they make a conscious effort to get and keep Shea in the action. They do everything that they can to get and keep him in action, whether it's running him off of staggered screens, because they know that they're going to switch. They'll come right back to that action. I mean, they did it yesterday with Devin Booker. They did it yesterday with Goodwin. When they get him in transition, they find him. They do and the reason why they do that, I don't think because they think he's a weak defender. I just think they think he's the weakest of their defenders. So because he's the weakest of their defenders, they go after him because he's also their best bucket getter. So we want to do everything that we can to lean on him. So when we get late in games, that may be affecting him. So to Mars's point, that's why Coach Dagnall took him out. And he took him out because I'm trying to preserve him. Because I do need him down the stretch.
No. Just, I want to fix that.
8 seconds left.
No, they weren't trying to preserve. No, chill. But chill. What you're saying is incorrect because they weren't trying to preserve him. They were trying to preserve the integrity of their defense. They did
I
not
agree
want
with
their
that.
defense to be further compromised because they were attacking Shea. One, they didn't think Shea could get the stop, but then two, again, if they overhelp with Shea, the entire back line of their defense is now in rotation with a bunch of 3-point shooters on the court. By the way, shout out to Oso Ighodaro. Like,
yes,
But no, he's been really good the last
he was big for them.
that's crazy.
couple
He was,
games
but him and
as well.
Chet were going at it like on the board, and he was winning a lot of those matchups. He had a really strong rebound at the end of the game as well. And obviously, him and Jordan and Dylan Brooks and Devin Booker and Royce O'Neal, they did a phenomenal job last night. But obviously, we'll get to that later. But Ron, we're just talking about two-way.
Yeah. No, we definitely gonna get into that game. Shout out to Devin Booker. Shout out to the Phoenix Suns. They have been like one of the biggest, if not the biggest surprise this season. But we'll talk about that here in a second. Fellas, just based on this whole two-way talk, you know how every Thursday we do a different list. Last Thursday, we did a top 10 scores. Thursday before that, I can't remember what we did. Oh, we did power rankings the Thursday before that.
Mm-hmm.
But this next Thursday, I think we should do best two-way players in the league. I think we should really get down to the bottom of who really is the best and who's in that group and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that this Thursday. You guys mark your calendars. This Thursday, it should be a good one. Figuring out where Jaylen Brown ranks on that list, figuring out if SGA will make the list, seeing where Ant's going to be on that list. That should be fun. But in the meantime, I got something that's more fun than anything you could think of. I'm talking about this was more fun than me watching the Seahawks put a belt to... We're talking about the NFL Player Survivor Contest, y'all. This Sunday, the playoffs start. Well, actually, this Saturday, the playoffs start. And you guys don't want to miss the new contest on Splash Sports that's being brought to you by Player's Choice because there's a potential pool prize for $6,750. That's $6,750. You don't want to miss out on this because it's real simple, y'all. You pick the team that you believe is going to win, and if they win, you advance to the next round. However, if that team loses, you're out of the contest, you don't sniff the prize money, and you have to watch from the sideline. Now, it's real easy to join. You scan this QR code, or you click the link in the bio, download the Splash Sports app. And the cool thing about it is, like, you can see down here on this banner right here.
What?
You can see on this banner right here on the bottom, they will match up to $50 when you use code player, or you will get a 100% boost. Well, and you'll get a 100% boost. It doesn't get too much better than that. You get a $50 match play and a 100% boost. And on top of that, you get to join cool contests like our NFL Survivor. Let's go ahead and join up right now. Big Ox, let's make this happen.
Yes, let's do that. Ron, unfortunately, I'm having a little trouble locating this.
So, all right, go down. So we're on Splash Sports' actual site right now.
Mm-hmm. NFL Player Survivor.
Go to view all.
Right.
You know, for the people who aren't really internet savvy, this is how you do it. You go there, you go to view all, scroll down, keep scrolling, keep going, keep. You know what, Big Ox? Go up. To you know where you can type in something right next to create contest? Yeah, just type in Player's Choice. There you go. There we go, right there. Player's Choice NFL Player Survivor. It's only $15 to get in, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and enter the contest. And here's what we're going to do, fellas. Here's what we're going to do. So we're now in the contest. We are going to vote on which game we should choose. So, Chilltown,
sir,
what team do you believe is going to win in the playoffs this first round?
Which team do I think are going to win?
Just one team. If you had to put some jack on one team, who are you going to pick? Chill, you don't got to do this right now. You don't got to prove a point, buddy.
I'm not. No. I'm not. I like the Rams over the Panthers.
All right.
I do. I like the Rams over the Panthers.
Don't forget though, y'all. Don't waste that. Don't waste it too early because you can't pick the same team twice, right?
So we got one for the Rams. Real talk. Who do you believe is going to win this Saturday or Sunday or this weekend?
You see who I'm repping? I'm going with the Texans over the Steelers, man. We going to the Super Bowl this year. Absolutely.
We'll see y'all there. We'll see y'all in Northern California.
We'll get y'all belt.
All right, well, we got one for the Rams, one for the Texans. Swiper. Who you got?
That's tough.
No Broncos this weekend.
Swiper, y'all got to buy Swiper right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Luckily.
there's four. I think there's 4 road favorites in the first round of the playoffs, by the way, which is
That's crazy.
insane.
Who are they? You name
I believe it is the Texans, the Bills, the Rams, obviously, and then there's one more we did last night on Locked On NFL. It might be the Packers, actually. Yeah, the Packers are too, because they're expected to get Jordan Love back. So this is going to be a weird weekend. I will roll with the Patriots. The Patriots are going to be healthy. The Chargers don't have their offensive line, and I just don't know about Justin Herbert with Omarion Hampton and Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnson and Ladd McConkey. Are they going to be able to hold up and generate enough points? And will they have enough to stop? Now, if Stephon Diggs isn't there, then that might change the story up. But we don't know what's going to happen with him. But I do think that the Patriots are going to be able to win that game.
All right, so we got one for the Patriots, one for the Rams, one for the Texans. Big Ox, who are you rocking with?
I'm with real talk. I'm with the Texans.
Okay, we got 2 for the Texans. Mars, you being from Alabama, from the South, are you going to rock with the Texans too, or are you going to take your talents elsewhere?
Come on, Britt.
Sure. Yeah, I'll go with the Texans. Sure.
Yeah.
Mars,
right,
that's a tough one.
gonna-
That's tough on Mars. Tough on Mars.
I was going to go with the most obvious answer. It's definitely the Super Bowl champion, Eagles. But, however, since we have all been outvoted, we are going to go with the Texans. And that's who we're going to pick week 1. The Texans over the Steelers.
That's not even the.
So who's our
Gosh, bro. Like, it's just.
Well, Swiper.
I don't like that neither, Swiper, to be honest.
That's tough. But the Texans defense is good. But the problem is the quick game. They got 2 running backs. The offense is going to struggle versus the Steelers defense, especially they play shell up top. They don't have to run the ball. Woody Marks,
Swiper, you when it comes to the survivor stuff, you got to take the tough call early and save the obvious ones for later down the line.
the tough call should be the Jaguars then. But I'm good. I'm good with the Texans.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Hey, the Jaguars finna beat them boys, Ox.
You're out of your mind.
I got my money on the Jags.
Hey, shout out to Sunshine. That's my man and all that, but stop it.
I'm going
All right,
to believe
Okay,
that
so
that's
for the alternate, who should we go for? Because we got to take an alternate, right?
Oh yeah, well,
I don't know why we have to take
You
an
feel
alternate
you
for
feel
this.
really good about the Eagles, even though the Eagles offense has been I think of all these teams outside the Panthers, they had the worst all season.
It's no way it's no way the Eagles are going to beat the Niners, bro. Not happening.
I think the clock struck 12 on us. I do. I
come on.
I personally think the clock has struck 12 on us. I think that.
No, don't you do that. You're in the playoffs, chill. Don't change your energy up. No.
The reason why.
You don't get the retract. No.
Yes,
Like
no.
what?
Yes,
This-
I
this
do.
belt-
Get
no.
the
This
retract.
belt changes
You
a lot
got
of
16
attitudes.
to 3 in a
This
must-win
shit is well
game
humble.
Right.
for the other team. No,
And guess what we just did?
chill. I'm
And we lost,
vetoing. No,
Hey, chat.
Swiper, you
Yes.
can't
Chat is
do
built
that.
to
I
your
can't.
Yes.
Swiper, you can't do
Yes,
that the way
you
you
will.
was fit. The
No,
way
I
you was
can't.
fit
I'm
for
the
last year.
U.S. I'm the U.S. That's
No.
Venezuela. I'm telling you what you're going to do.
I'm not afraid
No.
of the Eagles. We lost
No.
our best
All that fence jumping you was
offensive
doing last
lineman.
year?
No.
He's not. He probably won't play next week. And Ricky's not
Who
gonna play
won't
next
play?
week. Trent. He's not going to play.
It's
got a hamstring.
okay.
No, it's not okay. He's our best offensive lineman. What are you talking about?
So chill. Are you
you
saying
still
take
got
the
a
Eagles
whole-
for the alternate? Chill?
Ricky Persil.
And then Ricky, he's got
Ricky
an
will be
ankle.
back.
Will he be back though?
Yes.
And then on top of that, George Kittle is basically limping into the playoffs. I think the clock has struck 12 on us.
Bro, come
I
on.
do.
Stop
Yeah, did
it,
you
chill.
take your jersey off?
I think the
So
clock is.
Yeah, did you start the episode with your jersey
He
on?
did.
Hey, we beat the jerseys off, niggas.
Come on, chill. Put your
I
jersey
told
back
you.
on, chill.
Take that trash ass,
But
red
I'm not-
ass
and again,
jersey
I'm not
off.
saying-
We
I'm not
taking the
saying-
Eagles, Ox.
I'm not
We
saying
taking
the
the
Eagles
Eagles.
can't win, but the act like the Eagles are just that
Oh
much better than the
my
49ers this year. Crazy.
I don't want to take the Eagles. But if y'all say so, all right.
Hey, me and Chill do.
Y'all crazy.
They got the best quarterback in the game. Tell you that much. Chill, you got the best quarterback in the game this week.
100% I do.
Yes. Josh Allen is still alive.
No.
I'm talking about in that game individually. He's played better than Jalen Hurts.
I think Purdy's better than Hurts.
Josh Allen's not the best player in the playoffs either. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
He's the best. He's
not the best quarterback in the playoffs this year.
Who is?
This year, it's either Stafford or May. Josh Allen hasn't been great this year.
Swiper does nothing but hate on Josh Allen.
No, I don't. I wish he would have played better this year. He did not. Like, he's been mid for half the season.
Drake May is the better quarterback.
This year had a better season.
Right quick,
I'm not talking about
right quick, y'all.
I said it was a better quarterback.
Hold up, right quick, real talk.
Works,
just to wrap this up, we took the Texans as our main team. We took the Eagles as our alternate. And this is how we rock in for our NFL Player Survivor Contest. Once again, you guys go and join up and take your shot at $6,750. If you win, you advance. If you lose, well, cheer on the next person. All right. Let's go ahead and move
Final point,
on.
please.
But go ahead, y'all.
Shout out Matt Stafford, though. Shout out Matt Stafford for sure.
Josh Allen had multiple opportunities to win this award this year. They've been trying to give it to him, especially Dan Orlovsky and some of these other pro Josh Allen people. Josh has had truly bad stinkers this season versus mid teams, in part because his offensive line has been like in and out the whole year. His weapons suck. Khalil Shakir is his number one receiver this year, had like 760 yards receiving this season. Dawson Knox and Kincaid are his best option. Josh, the best offensive player consistently for that team has been James Cook this year, who led the NFL in rushing. This was not one of Josh's best years. I was shocked because I thought he would have a much better season.
He's not the best.
But I'm saying like going into the playoffs right now with personnel matters. Personnel plus how you played this year. Right now, Drake May and Matthew Stafford better personnel, and they played better than him this season. So I think he's going to be at the disadvantage in the games he goes into. That's just
so real talk.
What it is.
He basically just explained how come SGA is a good defender. You know, just based on personnel around him. You know what I mean? You know, the reason he's not high on Josh Allen is because his receivers suck. He doesn't have an offensive line. He didn't say anything about Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, I said, had not been good this year either. Like at times, he was the number one quarterback in fantasy for the whole season because he had the 5 touchdown game, a 6 touchdown game, and multiple 3 and 4 touchdown games. So he had big game. The Dolphins game was trash. The Cleveland game was trash. The last game we just saw him in was trash. He's had some really stinky performances this season. That's all I'm saying. Not like he's bad.
That's fine.
You know
what I'm gonna tell you right now. Josh Allen finna go down there to Florida and teach Sunshine how to do this.
Yeah, I think that's a little glitter. Sunshine, by the way, last 6 games, 19 TDs and 1 interception. I don't think that holds up in the playoffs. But he ended the year crazy, though. Crazy.
All right, fellas. Well, here's the cool thing about it. Obviously, this is an NBA show. This is a basketball show. We don't talk football as much as I would like to, but you know where I go for all football talk?
Where?
I go right down the street. Hey, we on the same block. Right down the street to check out the press box. You see Bama. You see J-Rob. You see Swiper. And we got a lot of other good guys that talk good football at a very high level. They are live, the press box that is, Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time and Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Who's the best two-way player in the panel, Ron?
What you mean?
Let's make that list.
Clearly.
Yeah, who's the best two-way player in the panel, Ron? Let's make that list.
I mean, you go both ways the most.
Yeah, you know
so
you go
probably
both ways.
I
Exactly.
would probably say.
Yeah, love is love. Shout out. Yeah, love is love. Shout out.
What the hell is happening right now?
Ron, I'm trying to be nasty. I'll accept it, Ron. Don't bother me one bit. Don't bother me one bit. At least I ain't closeted about my two-way greatness. That's the difference. Shoot, okay. I'm cool with it.
It's so nasty.
Shout out to you, man.
Well, we're about to get into these super chats. If you sent through a super chat, salute to you. If you got something on your mind that you want to talk to us about, go ahead and send that money in, and we will acknowledge what you got to say. The first super chat is a $20 super chat from the MVP of memberships right here on Player's Choice, none other than my dog Cheese. Cheese said if JT was on that team, instead of JB, he'd cry to get some help. JB is better. Jaylen Brown is better.
When has Tatum cried for help?
Real talk, please, man.
When has he ever had to?
That year.
What, the 5 games in the playoffs when Jaylen Brown was hurt?
Yeah.
You don't cry in the playoffs.
Oh, my Google reactions aren't turned on right now. Oh,
break.
For 5 games in the playoffs,
how to do it,
Y'all got it.
Jaylen Brown.
You
don't have
got
enough
it.
water to do it,
Absolutely.
brother.
You dudes got it. No question. Yep.
It's not Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum's never had
Your
a
fingers are
roster
too
that
stubby.
wasn't
I
good.
know
But
that's
I
hard.
don't
There's
want
no
to do
problem.
There it
with
is.
that.
There it is.
I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about. I want to talk about Jaylen Brown and how awesome
The
he
super
is
chat was addressed about
without-
JT.
without having to bring up Jason Tatum.
The super
I
chat was
agree with
addressed
that,
to
yeah.
JT.
That's
$20.
inevitable.
Exactly, and I don't want to. And I'm not.
So
entertaining
chill.
it. I
Address
don't
the
wanna-
super chat.
I'm
He
not
spent his
addressing it.
hard.
And the reason-
They
and the
spent their
reason-
hard-earned money to
They
talk
can
to you
spend their
about
hard-earned
JT.
money all they want. I
No,
don't
it
want
wasn't.
gig
The
for
super
that
chat wasn't
shit.
directed to chill. The super
But
chat
he
was
wanted to.
saying-
the point
He
is-
came out here to defend JT. So I'm saying, like, defend him relative to the super chat.
The point is
Respect the
Jaylen-
chat, chill.
Jaylen, fuck the chat. How about that? Fuck the dude. They last one of them. Fuck all of them. Now, Jaylen Brown has been playing at a first team All Pro level. He hasn't been playing at an All Pro level. He's been playing at a first team All Pro level.
Over
This
who?
This does not have to include. This does not have to include Jason Tatum. No, we do not have to do that. We can talk about Jaylen Brown being awesome as a ball handler, as a bucket getter, on defense, on all of that. On all of that stuff without having to say, well, if Jason Tatum was here, we don't have to do that. We can stick with how awesome Jaylen Brown has been and how how well he's continuing to play. And that's it. It doesn't. Well, if Jason Tatum was doing this,
Chat,
then
send
he'd
a
be
50.
bitching.
Hey, somebody with some real money.
but chill,
Send a
I-
$50 super chat to chill. Tell him us why he's not better than JT. Let me see that. Let's see that.
No way.
But
I'm
also,
gonna
it's
put him.
only-
And I'm gonna shove him in this full screen too. We gonna hear this.
Don't
In
y'all
HD.
don't do that. Don't do that because this don't got nothing to do with
Oh,
that.
we gonna do it.
But I am curious about something though, Chill. Just from your perspective, if everybody left, right? Because you lost Drew, lost Kristaps, lost first ballot Hall of Famer Al Horford. If it would have been Jaylen Brown who was gone this season,
Sure.
and it was only Jason Tatum, would the Celtics be where they are right now?
Yes.
I'm
not
talking to
sure.
Chill, real talk.
To answer your
Look, we got 2 hours left. We could do this. Because
Yeah.
I know what's gonna happen eventually. I'm just waiting for it to happen. But go ahead, Chill.
To answer your question, I'm not sure if they would be this good. I think that what Jaylen Brown has done this year in terms of his shot selection, that's been my biggest issue with Jason Tatum. I don't know if the shot selection would have changed. Would he play more in the mid-range? Would he still stick to what he's doing in terms of shooting the long ball? Don't forget, the Celtics are still number 2. They're still number 2 in the league in both attempts and makes at the long ball line, which means that Jason Tatum would still be at the long ball line. I feel like Jaylen Brown has expanded his game and played more in the mid-range, right? I think that he's been better this season in transition. I'm not sure if Jason Tatum would have done that. I think that he could have, but I'm not sure he would have done that.
So, and that's my thing. So JT can be better than Jaylen Brown. Fine. I don't even want to really get into that. You know what I'm saying? That's irrelevant. But I do think at some parts of the game where Jason Tatum is more willing to bail you out with a sidestep 3 ball, Jaylen Brown gonna put a little more pressure on you and make you use your body, be a little more physical. And I think that has a real effect on the offense. I do.
And he's shown me, and Jason Tatum has shown me that he could play on the box. He's shown me that he could play in the mid-range. But I think that and I've said this, I'm on record saying this last year, I think he plays more to the system. And I think Jaylen Brown has shown that even though we do have a system, he's playing within the system, but I'm also playing my game, what my game is catered to. And my game is catered to transition. My game is catered to playing in the mid-range, being one of the better, being one of the stronger guards in the game. And with being one of the stronger guards in the game, I can take advantage of mismatches, and I'm not bailing you out with bad shots as much as I would if I wasn't doing that. So I really like what I'm seeing from Jaylen Brown right now. I do. I still think that Jason Tatum is a better player than him, but I'm not sure that he would be doing what Jaylen Brown is doing. I'm not sure of it.
Yes, he would be doing what Jaylen Brown is doing. If Missoula was still going to be a Coach of the Year candidate, which he is right now. Well, let me not say he'll be doing exactly what Jaylen, but the Celtics would still be good. Because the Celtics aren't just good just because of Jaylen Brown. He is the leading force of that right now, but they're getting great minutes out of Kata. They're getting great minutes out of Luka Garza.
Yep.
They're getting great minutes out of Jordan Walsh. They're getting great minutes out of Peyton Pritchard. Derek White has been fantastic. Like the team isn't winning because of one singular player. It's a good unit that Joe Mazzulla has coached up, and they're winning games. That's why the Celtics are good.
You know why? Because the Celtics have never been under this type of individual leadership with the type of heart that they're under right now.
Yes, they have. Jason
Tatum ain't never
showed
this type of heart.
Man.
But we doing it though. We don't have to do it. We don't have to do it. But you know what? We goddamn doing it because Jason Tatum ain't never showed this type of heart. Jason Tatum ain't never showed the type of heart that Jaylen Brown is showing right now.
How is Jason Tatum never showed?
Jason Tatum ain't never showed the type of heart that Jaylen Brown showing right now. He said, "Damn that, my man gone. I'm gonna put y'all on my shoulders. I'm gonna throw y'all right here. I got us. Put him on his back. When all of us put him on his goddamn back. He put him on his goddamn back. You know what? Hey, real talk. You know what Jason Tatum would have done last night? Silver dollar eyes. Jaylen Brown said, "Nah, hell no. I got us. I got us.
Because I'm glad
I got us." Hey, Jason Tatum ain't never put these niggas on his back like JB doing right now. I'm cooking right now. I'm cooking.
Because
I'm not making a real
point. Real talk. And the real point that I can make is I vividly remember this dude telling us about Jason Tatum having silver dollar eyes. Was it not in front of us when we watched Grant Williams get in Jimmy Butler face because your man didn't want nothing to do with him neither. It was Grant Williams who did that. Now sit there and say he did. Now sit there and say he did.
Wait. So you're telling me that since Jimmy Butler was punking Jason Tatum,
playoff stats that year.
Hold on, Swipe, because once again, Jimmy Butler was punking Jason Tatum like he always do, and chill mad because Jaylen Brown ain't come to his rescue like he usually do, and it was Grant Williams. That's what you mad about. That's what you mad about because he been doing it. Because you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Real talk. I'm gonna tell you why. You asked me a question. Real talk. Let me answer it. Because Jaylen Brown was tired of it. Like, little bruh, be a man. Stand on your. Why I always got to do this? He said, "You know what? Nah, little nigga, you gonna do it yourself this time." And he wouldn't do it. And Grant Williams came over there like, don't worry about it, little bro. I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. Don't even worry about it. Jaylen Brown always saving your scary ass. Now I'll come do it for you.
This is such sucker shit from you. This is the epitome.
I ain't never did no sucker shit.
This right here is sucker shit from you. It is. It is sucker shit from you to say that a dude who I'm watching, Grant Williams, is he's a rotation guy. He is a rotation guy, and he the one getting enjoyed. He the one getting enjoyed. That don't got nothing to do with Jason Tatum. I know they both two yellow niggas, but that don't got nothing to do with Jason Tatum. It doesn't?
Like, no, what does that got to do with Jason Tatum? Jason Tatum's scary.
You literally just said that Jason Tatum had dollar sign eyes. Is that correct?
He did.
Multiple
times. You're bringing up one. You're bringing up one occasion.
Okay, I'm good.
You bringing up one occasion when Jaylen Brown ain't come saving his ass.
All of those other times, he just straight folded up. All of those other times,
more often than not. When it came to Jimmy Butler,
I had the stats.
What did don't do it?
In the seven games. It's
not about stats.
I know, but I just want to bring up.
Go to the stats.
I didn't want to do this. I really didn't want to do this.
Actually, in the Eastern Conference Finals,
silver dollar.
Hey, real talk. Let me just in the Eastern Conference Finals in 2023, when Jimmy Butler was the primary offensive player, Jason Tatum guarded him for 37 minutes. Jaylen Brown for just 13. But when Jason Tatum. When Jason Tatum was the primary defender, Jimmy Butler shot 38%. When Jaylen Brown was the primary defender, he thought 37.5%. They both did a really good job.
Same shit, and we picked him up more.
What do that?
Again, when I told you,
we picked him up more in one time. You're talking about one time.
It doesn't have anything to do with it.
Swipe it. Keep going. Don't just bring up the one that fulfills real talk.
I mean, well, real talk. Somebody had to guard Tyler Hero too, though. Like. And I think
Tyler Hero wasn't there. He wasn't there.
He wasn't even playing.
That well,
9-23, not that year. That's 23.
Oh damn, JB.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
But real talk though.
So wait, we gonna talk about Luka?
What about Luka?
No. We're gonna stay right here on JC.
No. Let's talk about Luka.
Right
You
here.
can talk about Luka.
I'm saying, because y'all nah, because real talk want to talk about who actually takes assignments.
Okay.
Real talk want to talk. No, chill. Real talk wants to talk about who takes assignments.
Okay,
I'll go to
who
Luka
takes
Doncic.
assignments? Who takes assignments?
Who
'Cause I can
takes
tell you
assignments?
I know who took assignments. Drew Holiday was taking assignments. There wasn't Jaylen Brown. I mean, it wasn't Jaylen
Just
Brown
like,
who was taking
oh
those
yeah,
assignments.
okay. So
It
what
was
about
Tyrese
when they
Drew Holiday was doing
swept
that,
the Nets?
right? That's who that was. It was Drew Holiday who was doing that. It wasn't Jaylen Brown.
Oh, you right. Jaylen Brown didn't guard Luka Doncic at all. You right.
Swipe. Check and see when Jaylen Brown was guarding Caleb Martin. Check and see, because that was who was cooking.
Oh, you want me to go back?
Check and see if Caleb was cooking Jaylen Brown. All I know is Ox and Ron wanted to get off this lie, right? And this
What lie?
I said one thing. I wasn't even in
What
this.
lie?
Hey, but if you want to drag me into this,
What lie?
hey, y'all might have won this weekend. You gonna lose though. You want to
What
drag
lie?
me
Real
into
talk.
this?
What lie did I tell?
Hey,
What lie?
I ain't told a lie, but I will tell a lie. Come on.
Let me tell you.
Nigga, he's talking because Swiper bringing up one occasion, and we all know that I'm not talking about one occasion. This has happened multiple times. Okay, so and y'all know that, and Chill knows that, because we've all heard, chat heard, all six of us up here have heard Chill admit to the fact that Jason Tatum has shown them silver dollar eyes. Chill has admitted to the fact that he was shook up for Jimmy Butler. Hold on. No. Wait a second. Chill has admitted to that multiple times. But now that Swiper want to run around with some numbers, now all of a sudden Chill want to try to backpedal like
I'm not backpedaling anything. I'm not saying
don't do that shit. Not at all. I ain't going
By the way, Jaylen Brown guarded Luka Doncic for 32 matchup minutes, which is by far more than anybody else in the Celtics.
By far.
Shot 41% in that matchup and had
by far.
That's Drew Holiday included too.
By far.
Okay, yeah, he picked up Luka. Nobody.
Tell another lie. Tell another lie.
Who better, Luka or Jimmy? Who better, Luka or Jimmy?
He took the assignment.
Who better?
Okay.
Tell another lie.
Who better?
Hey, by the way, Luka Doncic versus Jason Tatum in that series shot 57% from the field.
Okay, cool. What y'all want to do?
Tell another lie.
What y'all want to do is rewrite history because of the recent history, right?
This
is what has happened. This is what has happened. Because when I said that Ron and Ox were lying, I'm not even just talking about today. I'm talking about previous days when Ox was up here lying about how 23
bold-faced lying. Bold-faced lying.
Jaylen Brown.
Bold-faced lying.
You don't even know what he finna say, Chill. How you
exactly,
gonna say
I know exactly what he's finna say.
Get it out. Shit. Prior to 23, Ops was lying talking about JB was picking up the matchups. That is not true. I told him then, and he told me I was wrong, and I knew I was correct. 23 prior, Jason Tatum was not only their best offensive player, he was also picking up the main matchups with Jimmy Butler.
Was he?
You didn't
was
want
he?
to
wait. He's only talking about Jimmy Butler.
Wait. Was he? Because I sincerely remember they had a guy over there. Who won Defensive Player of the Year. Was he really?
Yes.
Was he really?
The numbers.
That was one series.
I'm saying no. Real talk is only talking about Jimmy Butler. He's only talking about Jimmy Butler.
Here's the thing, though. I'm not trying to scream back and forth. I'm trying to actually have a discussion, though.
That's why.
Because
let's because you're the one brought up silver dollars. You're the one talking about Jimmy Butler punking everybody. You ain't talking about everybody else. That's what you're talking about. You just talking about Jimmy Butler, which, by the way, he actually did.
No, but that's not what Real Talk just said, Chill. You can't get so Chill. Wait, hold on, because you can't get so angry about that fact to where you're not even listening to what Real Talk is saying.
Actually, I you know what? That wasn't even the only series I brought up, because when I brought up that Jason Tatum was also the main defender and picking up Kevin Durant in 22, you said no, it was Al Horford. So no.
Well, that's not exactly what I said. I said that. I said that Al Horford was picking him up quite a bit. Every time they would set that pick, he wasn't fighting through that. Al Horford was just stepping up.
Fighting through screens on Luka.
Okay.
He didn't have.
I'm saying, but hold on though. He still guarded him 3 times more than anybody else. By
And was picking
far
him
more
up
than anybody
full
else.
court.
So
Was picking his ass up full court, ripping him,
stop
all that.
jumping, stop jumping,
The person who
stop
guarded
jumping, stop jumping
Kevin
back and
Durant
forth.
that year, by the way, the most was Al Horford in that series.
Oh my God! Whoa!
Al.
Imagine that!
But
Imagine the fuck out of that!
Well, it was.
I wish you niggas would tell me again. I'm not watching basketball.
It was
I
Jason-
wish. Hold
it
on,
was Jason-
Swiper. I wish you niggas would tell me again. I'm not watching basketball.
No.
I wish you mother.
It was Jason. Okay, Grant Williams, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and Horford that divvied up the job. And to be fair to Real Talk,
Why we gotta be fair to Real Talk?
I watched
Damn
the series.
that. We ain't being fair no more.
KD shot 16% when Jason Tatum was the primary defender in that series.
Real talk. Relax.
Hold on.
He was the primary defender.
And that's what's up. But y'all not gonna keep telling me I'm lying.
Silver dollar eyes.
Hey, but for real though, in that series, to be fair, Jason Tatum is supposed to take that KD matchup.
Silver dollar eyes.
Yeah, he was
Jason
great.
Tatum-
He was, though.
He
No,
was great in that series.
Jason
Ron,
Tatum,
he
like
was.
if we're no, I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying I'm just talking hoop right now.
He was way
I'm saying
better
like
than
when you
Jason
look at the
Tatum
roster,
thing.
that's supposed to be
I
Jason
don't
Tatum's matchup. Coming into that series, Jason Tatum being 6'9", 6'10", KD obviously being who he is, you are supposed to take that matchup no matter what. Jaylen Brown at 6'6", he's not supposed to be guarding KD.
Yeah,
it's legitimately supposed to be.
Because against somebody like KD, that's
Not against KD.
Well, no, at that time, that's everybody's matchup. In my eyes, it's
Well,
like
I mean,
they got
it
Kevin
Why
was
are you bringing up Al Horford then? Why are you bringing up Al Horford then?
Why
Explain
you
that.
mad, Chill?
If it's
Chill, why you
everybody
mad?
else-
Why you mad? What you so mad for? We just talking ball. You mad at me because Al Horford was the primary defender, which I told y'all.
No, it was Tatum.
He literally just
Tatum.
told us when Jason.
Yeah,
He
flip.
said Al Horford
Yeah,
guarded
it
the most.
flipped.
literally just
I flipped it
told
from
us.
offense defense. It was
He
Tatum. That's
literally
why I
just
corrected it. It
told
was
us.
Tatum.
Okay,
Jason
but
Tatum
that's fine. That's fine. But like I said,
wait, you say you were wrong about the
Yeah, it
second?
flipped because I had it on. I turned
Oh
the
wait,
offense.
so who guarded him the
It
most?
is Tatum. It was Tatum.
Oh,
Yeah.
so shut
And-
the
but
That's what I said.
Oh, you
give me. But give me the numbers though, Swiper. But Swiper, give us the numbers. Give us the breakdown.
He said when he guarded him, the most. He shot.
Yeah, so that
He said
but
he shot-
again, but to be fair,
He
but this
just
is why
told you.
I'm with you on all the other series, but this is the one I remember that.
What's the
Tatum-
minute breakdown? Can you give us the minute
thoroughly
breakdown?
outplayed
Oh,
KD.
now you
Yet.
want the breakdown.
Tatum guarded him for 30.
No,
30
but real talk though. I just clearly outlined that Jason Tatum is supposed to take that matchup no matter what.
get it.
And like you, but hold on, no. You can victory lap on that if you want to, but when you clearly look at the rosters, it's supposed to be Jason Tatum. However, and if you want me to give him his credit, all right. Kudos, JT.
But-
you
but
took the matchup.
that
You were
shouldn't
supposed
even
to
be a
take.
debate.
However,
Tatum was
hold on.
Okay.
No, I
Why?
still think
That was his matchup.
I
6'6",
still think
6'7".
Jason Tatum probably should be the one guarding Luka. However, that's neither here nor there. The point that I'm trying to make, though, is how much did Al Horford in fact guard KD though?
I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, so it was Tatum had 30 minutes. He was twice as much as anybody else in the series.
Twice as much, and he held him to 16%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he absolutely.
KD was also horrible in that series.
If you're watching
Remember,
that series,
we had a conversation after that about that series too. KD was that was bad.
and if you're
He
watching
was their best player. Like
if you're watching that series, Al Horford and Marcus Smart did so much switching, doubling, and banging with JT, and y'all know that's true. Y'all know that's true.
Swiper, did you not just tell us? Swiper, you not just tell us like maybe 5 minutes ago that Al Horford was covering him and Al Horford was the primary matchup and that was the victory lap. Now we know how much Al Horford was covering him and how much he was switching. Which one is it?
Wait. No, he got it right. So JT was the primary defender. Right, that's true. Fine. But what I'm saying is Al Horford, Marcus Smart absolutely had a huge defensive impact on that series against Kevin Durant.
So can we say the same thing? Can we say the same thing about in the NBA championship when Jaylen Brown was dealing with Luka? He wasn't the only one dealing with Luka. Drew Holiday was doing a great job. Al Horford was helping them.
Absolutely, hell yeah, he was. I said that too. Al Horford, we seen Al Horford switch out on Luka Doncic and guard him 1-on-1.
Okay,
we seen Al Horford do that, no doubt.
Right. Okay. So with that being said,
against Kevin Durant, it was a much more team effort than it was against Luka Doncic.
Oh, of course it was.
It was. Y'all seen Marcus Smart banging Kevin Durant before he even touched the ball. Yeah. Them dudes was all over KD. Mm-hmm. Am I lying?
Jaylen Brown with dead ass guard Luka till half court. He'll pick him up full, guard him till half court. As soon as Luka ran one pick and roll, they would switch. He was off of Luka.
That's not fair.
Okay, and so all right, Sam. Okay.
To be fair, in that series, but Jaylen Brown spent more time. The next closest Celtic that guarded Luka Doncic, it was 32 minutes, just like KD was 30 minutes. 32 minutes in that series for Jaylen Brown. The next closest Celtic on this list is Drew Holiday with 12 minutes. So like it was, he. But remember, real talk, he went into that series the same way with Tatum and KD. He went into that series. I'm going to take Luka. This is my matchup. I'm taking Luka. Same thing with Tatum and KD. I'm taking KD. You're not bringing me off him. So I think both of these players have shown, I think this is maybe the better point. They have both shown, Chill, that when they put their mind to it and say, I'm locking this player up, they do a terrific job. Both of them.
But you said Luka shot what, 41% when JB was on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and KD shot 16 when Jason Tatum was on him.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Remember, real talk. You remember that series though? Like KD was horrible. Like he was legitimately.
Why was he horrible though, Swiper?
But I think that was a lot of. But that's a lot of fair critique on. I think Tatum gets credit, which he does. But also, I'm saying that. Remember, we had convos. Their most consistent player was Bruce Brown, because Kyrie and KD were selling in that series.
Swept them.
Both of them were. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to take any credit away. I hope you don't hear that from Tatum. But bro, I don't even know what to say about KD in that series, bro. Like he was garbage.
He got the door shut on him. Yes, he did.
Yeah, because
all right, fellas, I'm gonna move on to the next. I'm gonna move on to the next super chat.
I wish I would actually watch the series.
First off, shout out to Cheese. Cheese sent through $100. This is why Cheese is the MVP, especially when it comes to gift memberships. Salute to Cheese. Cheese said, "Cook, Mr. Big Ox." The chat clears. Eat it, hater.
And congratulations, Ox. That's your first $100 super chat, I think.
Sure it is. So it's actually not mine. It's PC.
That's not the first $100 that Real Talk's gonna tip, man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out PC.
Real Talk, you be getting $100 tips?
I don't know what Swipe is talking about right now.
All right, well, I got another super chat from Syllabamgus. Syllabamgus Jr. sent through a super chat. It said, Devin Armani Booker, El Hiyo de Phoenix, comes in clutch again for the dub. Shout out to the villain and the future MIP, Colin Gillespie. Suns are looking good going into Houston tonight. Fellas, let's talk about the Phoenix Suns. We're going to go ahead and quickly jump into the fast breakdown. The Phoenix Suns beat the Oklahoma City Thunder last night by a score of 108-105. I'm not even going to get into all the details and bore you guys with that. All you need to know is that Devin Booker hit a game winner. Fellas, what did you see in this game last night? It was a good one.
On the super chat, by the way, MIP, there's the four biggest candidates for MIP this year. Obviously, Keontae's going to win at this point. Anthony Black.
Obviously.
Well, Keontae's averaging 23 and 7 on like crazy efficiency right now. Like he's moved into all-star talks like out of nowhere. So, I mean, it could be him. Anthony Black, Colin, and then Ryan Rollins. Is that the top four off the top of the head?
Nice.
Before Josh Giddey got hurt.
Jalen Johnson would be in that round.
Yeah, Jalen for sure.
Denny, yeah.
Denny.
Those would be like the main ones, I think.
Denny, that's who I was thinking of. Yeah. Jalen Durant too.
Had he taken a bigger leap though than Keontae? Like, which is harder, I guess, to go from like not great player young player to all-star, or like go from like really good role player to like all-star? You know what I mean? Like,
Also, Reeves should be in this discussion as well.
Game's
If
too short.
if he played enough, I think the way he was
Yeah.
playing early, real talk, yeah, we could definitely have that conversation.
For me, it should be between Ryan Rollins and Keontae.
Keontae's been really good this year. Yes, he has been.
Mars
And Anthony Black.
You ready to talk about Anthony Black's pull-up shooting?
Yeah, he making them now. Hey, my bad. Yeah, my bad.
I don't know, y'all. Denny damn near doubling his assist and adding 10 more points. Well, 9 more points, but almost
Well, what was
10 on the
Keontae at
scoring
last year?
average.
How many points was he at last year?
Let me see
14?
what Keontae was on.
Danny did this last year to close the season.
Yeah, he was great.
So Keontae went from 16 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, basically, to 24, 7, and 4 rebounds as well.
Jaylen Brown went from 22 to 30.
Yeah, but that's
Jaylen
not
Brown
it.
did have last year.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown was and this year Jaylen Brown
Well,
is.
he was hurt last year for a good part of that season. So I think this is more so just him being healthy more than just getting.
I mean, because we did see 26 from him, right? Like so
27, yeah, 20.
Yeah,
I think that was
The same year Jason
Tatum
Tatum averaged 23.
yeah.
Same year averaged 30.
Yeah, so yeah, we have seen that from him too. So I don't know.
Y'all said Denny already?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shout out to Denny. I watched him. I watched that Spurs Portland game over the weekend. He closed San Antonio out with a big time step back 3.
That's somebody else who deserved it.
Yeah, the triple double that game, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Denny is hooping this year.
Shea
But y'all,
Bridgewater.
back to the super chat though. Thoughts on the Suns and them taking down the Oklahoma City Thunder?
That's what we do.
About time.
What do you mean about time?
That's the first
We
time they
played
beat
them-
them in
we-
almost 3 years.
Yeah, but whatever. We've been competing. We was close the first time we saw them. We take our moral victories around here. We was in that close game the first time they saw in the NBA Cup. They lost in like the last like 30 seconds or whatever, and then they got blown out by 50. Ignore that one. We'll scratch that. And then obviously winning last night. The Suns have been mightily impressive. They're the 7th seed right now, I think. Seeing this team with all the injuries it's been dealing with as well, it's not like they've been fully healthy and they're benefiting from injury. Like I would argue they've been not one of the more decimated teams by injury, but relative to like their roster on paper, the amount of injuries they've been dealing with, the fact that Jalen Green has played 29 minutes the whole season, the fact that Dylan Brooks missed a stretch of time, the fact that Grayson Allen's been in and out, the fact that Devin Booker missed a week or so, like all of that adding up, Mark Williams has only just been cleared for back-to-backs recently. Like, and they're still able to be a 7 seed with a pretty good defense, a pretty good offense. I think the Suns, their coaching staff, their players deserve a lot of credit. I think like the most notable was probably like Dylan Brooks. And like once again, another franchise he's changing. He's been amazing for them this year. I think he's averaging 20. I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, he's been
Ox,
great.
I will
Mark
stand on
Williams.
this.
Yeah, but really good all around.
I will stand on this, Ox. We had a conversation about it last year. We had a conversation about it last year. Line up all 30 teams. Tell me which one of them Dylan Brooks ain't starting on. Name them. He's starting on every team in the NBA. Every last one of the teams in the NBA.
Not starting for
conversation, Chill, when he got
He
traded
is starting in
to Houston.
Oklahoma City. Yes, he is.
Over who?
Over Lou Dort.
Probably Lou Dort.
Yes.
Lou
Yes, he's
Dort is
starting.
going to
Lou
that
Dort-
bench so fast.
He's situationally starting though. I don't know.
I'm talking about
No.
so
No, Lou Dort
fast.
starts. It's just minutes fluctuate, but Dylan Brooks is better than Lou Dort.
Yeah, of course.
By the way, Mars. Yes, he is.
So,
He better than.
Yeah, Chill. So that was when he got traded to Houston, I believe, or whenever he went to Houston, however that happened, because we felt like he was getting scapegoated in the whole situation
In Memphis, in the Memphis
And we-
situation. Yep.
and ran down all the teams, and I believe he starts for pretty much everybody.
How does he start?
I
Just-
don't know. Does he
okay,
start? Does he
how
start for
how
the
does he
Knicks?
start for the Knicks? Yeah, I was going to ask. How does he
Yeah.
start for the Knicks?
I was thinking to be
That's
honest with you, I was thinking.
probably
I was thinking to myself. I was like,
Ron, who's he starting over?
Well, here's the
Tell you
thing.
exactly
Hang
who
on.
he's starting over.
Because I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with OG. I'm gonna go with OG because I got Brunson at the 1.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Mikal.
I got Mikal Bridges at the 2.
Yeah,
I got Cat at the 5.
No.
So
No, Mitchell
Yes.
Robinson is the 5.
No, Mitchell
Well,
Robinson is going through the bench.
Josh Hart's been starting the last like whatever. before Josh Hart
over
went
in.
down. Josh Hart was starting. So I guess
he
you
could
bench
start over Josh Hart.
Okay,
Yeah, so I guess you bench Josh
if
Hart.
it's that lineup, then yeah, Josh goes to
Yes.
the bench.
But I thought their starting five. Well, their starting five should be
In the playoffs, I expect
Robinson,
Mitchell
Cat.
Robinson
That's what
to be
I thought it
the
was.
starter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
OG, Mikael, Brunson. That's their starting five.
Okay.
He gonna go over there and toughen Cat up.
But to be honest with you, I mean, I could move OG to the 4 and put Dylan Brooks at the 3. I could do that.
I don't like no rough cat, Ron. I like smooth. Easy.
Hey, real
Ain't no-
talk. Wait till you get a couple years on you. You know, you come around to it a little more. You know, but the next super chat that I got is
In the wintertime.
Fast break.
We're talking about the OKC game.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys want to speak into? Devin Booker hitting a big game winner, and also too, just ultimately the Phoenix Suns. They're on a 4-game winning streak right now. They're 19-13. That's only good for the 7th seed out west, but they're a game and a half behind.
Don't lie on our name. We're 21-14.
Oh, my bad. I didn't update my 21-14.
Yeah.
But 2-game win streak. My bad. 2-game win
Is there any
streak.
timeline for Jaylen?
They said he was getting reevaluated in like 2 weeks right before Christmas. So we're about 2 weeks since then. So we expect to probably hear something this week. He was on the court working out and whatever. So we'll probably see him latest probably by the end of Januuary, I'd assume.
What I've
Mars,
seen
with Dylan Brooks playing this well, and from what you saw from the limited time that you saw Jalen Green, is it possible?
No.
All right.
What I saw last night, Ron, and I mean, I think it goes without saying to talk about Devin Booker, and that mid range is just aesthetically, it's just so pleasing. But you've heard me talk plenty of times about guys being in the lab. Ryan Dunn's been working on his game. Ryan Dunn has been working on his jump shot, and that jump shot looks like it's expanding. And this kid, help me out to say his last name. Iguodaro, is that his name?
Oso Gadara.
Oh, I love his energy. And Swiper, what I've learned about the Oklahoma City Thunder, all you have to do, and amongst other things, you got to match their physicality. If you match their physicality, you are going to have a chance at the end. And I felt like Phoenix, with Goodwin, I felt like they brought the fight to Phoenix last night. Amongst other things, I thought Mark Williams was really good in the interior. I thought he was really good on the glass. I felt like Ryan Dunn really competed on the defensive end. They gave SGA a lot of trouble, particularly in the mid-range and understanding that step back. I mean, I felt like
I think the biggest thing is chill, but also too, bro. Like if you guys offensive scoring and you're another team and you have guards, I'm just not like OKC's offense. And I don't know how Mars. We've had back and forth conversations about this. I think they're going to have issues in the playoffs again. I just don't. There's no one on that roster that I'm afraid of. And respectfully, even with SGA, it's like if you can keep your hands out of the cookie jar and just get to the pull up and all that stuff. I think the problem is like if we can generate threes around this, which is what they did. They just generated threes against OKC, and then they don't have the ability, I think, constantly to be able to put up threes. And so that's why if you get them in situations where they're at a disadvantage, man, like yeah, I think they're definitely beatable. But shout out to the Suns, man, because this is the second time. They got blown out the last time they played them. The first time they played them, that was the game. I think Colin Gillespie almost.
It was a close game. But the other time they played them, no, it was like no Devin Booker or like they were missing a few players. But like it is interesting how a few losses can change a narrative so quickly. Because I do remember once upon a time how we were saying that this OKC team could win 50 to 55 games without Shea. And now we're saying, we're not worried about nobody outside.
Well, real talk. Let me ask you, so I think the problem is because of the way the schedule works, they will win 60 games plus this year because they're going to play against a lot of bottom feeders and not so great teams. So I think some of that is like, that's probably more on the schedule than anything else. I think if they're not playing
bad teams, I'm not gonna fault you. You have to win those games. You have to beat the bad teams.
Yeah, but they're so much better than those teams. So that's why their net rating is so heavily inflated by playing those teams, which is not a bad thing. It's just like they're so much better than like the mid to the bottom of the league that when you run into them, they can just, like the other day, I think SGA was like a plus 32 or something like that. Didn't play in the fourth quarter. Like they can blow through those teams. But I do think there's something too when they play versus comp. I don't know how afraid of those teams are at this point.
Yeah, I do think they've lost a bit of their aura, at least
bravado.
when it comes to playing. Yeah, bravado when it comes to playing some comp. But I do want to say shout out to Jordan. He was highest on the Suns than everybody else. Me and Mars kind of had the Suns as like a really good mid team, like a really good team to watch. I thought there was going to be like around 500. I think I had them like when we did the preseason thing, like 42-40, something like that. Dylan Brooks, yet again, changing another team, not just because though he's a culture changer, but I mean, it's just started time to admitting that he's just a damn good player, number one. I also, to Chill's point, Ryan Dunn was somebody I was high on in the draft. I wanted the Lakers to draft him so bad. He looked incredible defensively in college. The drawback on Ryan Dunn, just like Chill alluded to, was he was a god-awful shooter in college. I think he was shooting like 20-something% from three. It was very, very bad, but he's improving as an offensive player. He's getting better as the days and years go by. But another player I do want to give credit to that we haven't spoken on, former Laker Jordan Goodwin.
Oh, okay.
Jordan Goodwin, I believe, hit 8 threes.
26 points.
He was incredible. I wish he was still on the Lakers roster. He was good with us.
Was he a two-way?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or a two-way or like a vetman, one of them. But he was great guarding Shea as well, keeping him under wraps and hit open shots. So shout out to Jordan Goodwin as well. He played a phenomenal game.
So Ox, is Phoenix a 6 that you took shopping and dressed her up? She's still a mid chick. You just cleaned her up a little bit and make her look a lot better than what she really is.
I don't know. I think Phoenix, a lot of their worth isn't, materialistic. I don't think as much has to do with the looks. I think it's more interior is where you find its worth. You know what I'm saying?
She that chick you could chill with.
She's educated. You know what I'm saying? She has a high credit score. She's just a nice girl. She treats people well. You know what I'm saying? She has all of that. I think Phoenix is definitely has a lot more substance than just what you can see. You know what I mean?
But also, Ox, she that chick. She'll come over Saturday night. Y'all have a good Saturday night, and you wake up that next morning,
and she looked the same.
She go and cook breakfast. And she go and cook breakfast and turn. Hey, chill. You still sleeping? She cooking breakfast and she already got the pre-NFL, the pre-show for the NFL games. Yeah. She already tapped in and she chill with you all day watching the NFL games, dropping stats. She could tell you why this is her favorite team and favorite player. Like she one of those where you could chill and watch the games with her. Like it's the best of both worlds.
I think Devin Booker's shooting 30% from three this year too. So that was like they were not prepared for that. He was 0-3. And then took that shot. Well, obviously, no time on the clock, so that was a great shot. But that was also good calculus by the Thunder.
He's been struggling from the 3-point line now for this is another
third, like 3 straight
years. Yeah. He's
never really been a 3-point shooter though. Like I never really thought he was. I never thought he was a 3-point shooter. I always thought that his game was in between. That's where he was the most effective and getting to the rim. And he could shoot the three. But I never really thought that was his game. That was just a part of who his game was. I never really thought that was a big part of his game.
Coming out of college, Chill, he was like regarded as like
he was compared to Clay.
He was supposed to be like an elite 3-point shooter. That was his projection. And I mean, when you watch him shoot the ball, I mean, Devin Booker has one of the
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
You would assume that he would. Be
everyone, he's the best. He's the worst good 3-point shooter in the league, if that makes sense. Like everything tells you he should be able to make threes at a high clip, and he just doesn't. But everyone still treats him as if he does, and I think
because it looks so good,
it's fair enough.
Maybe he has. It might be that he has too much velocity on his ball because he shoots it feels like a flat shot. So maybe it's not as good.
And he gets up like this high.
No, he elevates. That's low key his problem. He has a great jumper for a mid-range shooter. Getting that much elevation off the ground so he can
everyone
shoot
can be Ray Allen.
Yeah, but jumping that high on threes is not common for elite 3-point shooters.
Hey, fellas, before we move on, I want to ask you guys. Obviously, we talked about the Celtics for a good portion of the show. We're now talking about the Phoenix Suns. Which team is more surprising right now based on the start that they've gotten off to and based on what they've shown you how good they are?
The Suns.
The Suns to me.
Boston.
Yeah, Boston for sure.
To
Boston
me,
better
it's
than Phoenix. Yeah, so Boston for sure.
The reason why I say the Suns, Ron, is because I think about like after moving on from KD, like KD was supposed to be like the acquisition of KD was supposed to be the difference in winning the NBA championship. That's why they got him, right? So now we're moving off of KD and we're trading for Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green. So it looks like they're starting over. And there isn't really a plan, but it is a plan, only to find out that this kid Gillespie is really good. Devin Booker is getting back to being in terms of a bucket getter. It looks like he's getting back to that, right? So in addition to him getting back to that, Mark Williams has been a definite surprise to everybody else. This is a guy who had been beat up. This looked like this was supposed to be a transition year for the Phoenix Suns.
Another guy that's supposed to be a Laker.
Yeah, another guy who's supposed to have been a Laker. Absolutely. This looked like this was supposed to be a transition year for them, just like it was supposed to be for Boston, but more for Phoenix because I saw the plan in Boston. This is supposed to be a gap year. We're gonna get Jason Tatum back. Jaylen Brown's gonna come back healthy. We're gonna get some draft picks. We're gonna have some money in free agency. Phoenix, on the other hand, they had been bad, and it just looked like it was gonna continue. And I'm really surprised that it ended today. I mean, they look like a solid playoff team.
And by the way, y'all, everybody who is an OKC fan, no need to panic. You guys are still on pace to win 68 games. So don't even worry about it. You guys will be all right.
If the Suns were in the East, they'd be the 4 seed, just based on record.
Shout out to
That's
East.
ridiculous.
So
that's right behind Boston. They'd be right behind Boston.
But if I say it,
that's just based on record. There's obviously more. 21 and 14. There's obviously more to it than that. Like schedule would change if you were in the East, but just based on record, they'd be the 4th. They'd have,
which means they will be higher
right
because the schedule will be easier.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying all that, but what I am saying is that they'd have home court if the playoffs were today and they were in the East.
They'd be hosting a playoff series. Yikes!
But we question if Jason Tatum can win games in that weak ass East. Get the hell out of here, bro.
All right, y'all. Well, speaking of the weak ass East, I got another super chat from. Oh, wait. No. I got a better super chat. A $20 super chat from Big Mac 2K 159. Big Mac said, chill. Keep my team's name out your fucking mouth and talk to us with some goddamn respect. You thought them weak wins you had were worth a damn. Nah. Now we back to tighten the leash around that disobedient mutt. Seahawks for life. Hey, chill. Y'all wasn't getting beat with the belt. We was like y'all up with the belt buckle.
No, y'all didn't.
You ever accidentally got the buckle?
Didn't.
They did. The only reason it wasn't a blowout like earlier, Chills, because Mike McDonald went galaxy brain again. Like I said,
you think he took his foot off the gas?
No, remember the first drive they were running the ball at will. All they had to do was run the ball into the end zone. Mike then runs like some nonsense trick play. Then Sam Darnold has a flat wide open to Charbonnet, doesn't throw it and gets sacked, and they get a field goal. And then the next drive, they go down and score because Charbonnet goes to score. It's a touchdown. And then it was like 30 yards or whatever. They should have been up 14-0 to start the game.
Well, they weren't. They were up 7-0. And that was
I'm saying, but
what about the other 3 quarters?
The score in football,
the other 3 quarters, though.
Yeah, I'm saying the scores in football, scores in football are not indicative of how a game went. If they beat you in total in time of possession, yards, rushing yards, all across the board, and it scores 10-0, you're getting dominated. That's just the way the league works.
And I'm not arguing that point. I'm not arguing that point that defensively, I thought that they did your front four up front. Your front four did a great job on us. But I feel like defensively, considering everything that we had and what we didn't have, I thought we did a great job. I thought we did a fantastic job. I just feel like the clock ran out on us.
It's crazy y'all can't get sacks at all. Y'all have no pass rush this year.
Well,
no.
I'm sorry because the arguably
one of the best just Nick, but y'all got y'all can't do nothing, bro. Like y'all are like bottom of the league in sacks.
Well, think about this. There's one of the main reasons. So, Ron, when you have one of the best pass rushers in the game and you got the best middle linebacker in the game, that's your pass rush right there. Fred Warner.
Never heard of him.
Well, I have, of course.
Don't know the nigga.
Of course you have it. So when you got one of the best pass rushers in the game and you got the best middle linebacker in the game, of course your pass rush is going to be way different. Well, you take that off the floor. And this is no next man up because you're not replacing that. There is no way to replace anything like that. I thought the Seattle did a great job against Christian McCaffrey, and I mean, we just kept running the football. I felt like we didn't open up the offense as much as we could have, and I think that Brock didn't really get enough time to throw. It was like 2 seconds, and
I still think y'all can make the championship, man. Like
I think we can too. I just
no,
feel like
you didn't. You
were
were off. You said you just got off.
Again, there's a part of me that feels like we can still do it, but I feel like the clock has struck 12 with us because of the injuries. I do.
Anybody?
And if you ever, like, to the dude in the chat, if you ever see me in real life, keep that same energy with me. Like that, like the way you talk about me, if you ever see me in real life, and you know who I'm talking to, if you ever see me in real life, keep that same energy with me. That's all I'm going to say to you. If you ever see me,
if you ever see him out there in the Detroit street, you better keep that energy.
If you ever see me in real life,
I wouldn't do that.
Same energy with me.
Hey, if I was you,
that's all I'm asking you.
I will walk by chill and just mind my business.
If you see me in real life, keep that same.
Chill, you got to learn how to not.
As a matter of fact, I'll probably walk the other direction.
Chill, you got to learn how not to address your super fans in the chat. I got two of them.
That's all I'm going to say.
They constantly are at me. What I'm saying,
Swiper, is the 49er fan in me still thinks we could do it. That's the fan in me that thinks that we can still do it. But I feel like with the injuries that we have and what we got ahead of us, having to go on the road to Philly and then having to go on the road again, I feel like
Philly ain't good though.
I mean,
they all right.
Oh no,
their offense sucks, bro. Brother, their offense is trash. They have one of the worst point differentials, like period, in the NFL. They
don't
can't
think they can
score,
put it together?
Huh? Bro, I mean,
Playoff
at some point, if you got a 17-game season run, I mean, at some point, you got to do it. That's just, I mean, you have to do it. Like the 49ers, they have the best offense in the NFC, maybe in the NFL. Depends on what you feel about the Rams.
You sure?
They've been cooking. Yeah, I mean, I think when they're all together, I think when they're fully healthy,
don't have a good offense. We got shut down. I watched the Seahawks basically shut the door on Denver in the bowl game.
Yeah,
they had a great
Texans
offense.
did it too. Yeah,
they had a great offense. Just because you get shut down does not mean that you don't have a great offense. So
Kyle Shanahan,
I wouldn't mind seeing y'all again,
Christian
Ron. To be honest
McCaffrey.
with you, I wouldn't mind seeing you again. I wouldn't mind that.
What's that one? Y'all 1-1 this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So what you talking about that mess for, Ron?
I'm not going. What you mean? Because I've had to come up here. Because I've had to come up here for 16 straight weeks and listen to you guys jump me every single Monday because Swiper's team is barely biting their nails and escaping teams. The only number one seed ever to have 12 comeback wins in a season. Fluke-ass wins, by the way. But however, you want them. You want them.
What does that mean,
I will give you your credit.
Playing playoff games all year?
That would mean a lot. No, because that would mean a lot to Swiper if we were talking about the Celtics. Like last year, Celtics team.
Well, there's no approximation for that in the NBA. It's a problem.
But now that the Denver Broncos have the most single score wins, that don't mean nothing.
I think they have 11. They have 11, and then
all of a sudden that don't mean nothing.
Well, I mean, but it's just I feel like I didn't. The Broncos are extremely young. Like I didn't even think they were going to be number one. I thought they were going to win the AFC West, but number one seed is crazy. Like that's a huge swing from, in the second-year quarterback. So that's, 14 wins is a lot of wins. I didn't even think to see. Remember, Ron, we took the bet before the year. I thought it'd be like 12 and 11, something like that. Like
I had us winning 10 games.
I knew we were going to win.
No, you didn't.
13.
No, you didn't.
I had us winning.
You never said that.
I said before the season started, not only did I have us winning 10 games, I didn't have Christian McCaffrey playing 12 games. I did not.
True.
So that's not true.
That's why I got Brian Robinson Jr.
We'll take it.
So, Swiper, are we... So it was a super chat that I was sent through. Let me find it. My dog DSG Piccolo sent through a members chat, and he said, "Is swiping Ron's bet null and void?"
Yeah, apparently, because they tied. That's crazy.
No, but apparently nothing. You gotta buy. We gotta buy. Do you wanna?
Let's do it.
Double it. Whoever makes it further in the playoffs takes home the check.
Rod, I have seen some of your financials. We can do 100. I think that's safe. We can stay in that realm.
I'm freed up. I'm freed up 100 now. Chill.
Hey, by the way, chill.
The 100 I was supposed to give chill.
That's back
in my bank account.
Real talk. Have you received your PCL money?
No, I have not. No.
So Yeah,
We're going on what month 2? What
yeah,
I mean, damn.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I think we can.
Goodness
I think
gracious.
we can do 100. I know that you'll give that. Because what I don't like about your style is, Ron, you will do this thing where you'll just parlay a loss into another bet. That's crazy.
He does do that.
I don't like
We're
that at all.
both parlaying. We both.
No. You parlayed a loss to Chill into another bet. That's crazy.
Instead
Like,
of just
why would
but-
Chill agree to that? No, you lost. Give me my money. If you want
Chill
to
doesn't have
new
Cash
bet,
App. I tried to give it to Chill.
No, you didn't. That's a lie.
Ron, we got a $50 super chat from some poor chatter. They never got their money back.
More chatter.
Ask him if he got.
That was a
his money
16-year-old. They gave you their lunch money.
back. Yo, that's crazy.
You're supposed to put your hands on Ron about that.
Wait, Chill. So wait, you know, in the streets, when people lose bets, they'll literally come to you and be like, if you're the mob, like, oh, you bet 50K. Yo, I ain't got it right now. But I tell you what, let's double it up. I got a horse that's racing over here at the track in 2 months. Let's double up the bet. I promise
That's
you,
good
I'm good.
business. That's
I'm
good
good for
business.
50. Just let me hold another 50.
That's
And
good
like, and they
business.
okay, but Chill, what you should
Man,
have done.
I don't know who y'all doing
is-
business
is
with,
you
man.
should've
Y'all,
put- you should
y'all got to step up your business acumen.
You should have put Ron's house or his car as collateral for the deal. And then that way,
own
if
a house
you
or a
can't pay,
car.
I'm getting my bread.
Hey, I'm living at my chick house. My chick's daddy's house.
So you a Kroenke. No, real talk. He a Kroenke. He got hit, like, Kroenke owns it, but the issue is he can't own more than one team. So his wife owns the team. That way,
That's how you're supposed to do it. So
Yeah,
my
you know,
wife-
you-
my
you
wife
gotta
own
say it.
everything.
Hey, step up your business acumen.
Put the bread in honey name.
Better get your mind right.
To be fair, Ron, I think since week 12, y'all only lost one game. Since week 6, y'all only lost one game. I think y'all won 11 of your last 12 games. Like, Seattle's been rolling. They have been. I do have to give credit where credit is due, but I wouldn't mind seeing y'all dudes again. I wouldn't.
So Swiper,
Yeah.
100 or 200
100.
or 500.
100. Remember, I asked for a week of your checks and you said no. So I
And
was
you don't want to do
100.
that. Let's do it. But Swiper,
Right.
see, I don't.
See, real talk. Let me tell you.
Oh,
how
look,
let me tell you.
Yeah,
You see how
I'll-
Ron chest look.
Swiper,
You
Swiper,
see how he had his
Swiper-
chest out now because now they got the number 1 seed.
I've
How
been in the
confident he
weight room,
feel. Boy, Sam Darnold about to come down like a sack of bricks from the top of a building in one of these
I
games.
know
bro.
you are not.
I'm
talking.
good, but guess what? My
Look at that
defense,
quarterback you got over there.
and guess what?
Y'all got the worst quarterback
been
in the
playoff
playoffs.
games all year, and the defense we got is better than yours. That's the problem. Better
But
than
you
yours.
got to admit
Way
that
better.
you guys have the worst. But you have to admit that you guys have the worst quarterback in the playoffs right
Okay,
now.
that's what I'm
He is
saying. You
not
don't know what
he
I'm
is
talking
not
about.
worse than
No.
the dude from the Panthers. No, he
no,
isn't.
and he by the way, he's not worse than Caleb Williams this year either. I don't know.
No,
we have
he's
to
not
keep
worse
doing
than
this
the
with
dude
All
from
right,
Caleb
all
Williams.
right, come
No,
on,
he's
all
not.
right, all right.
Yeah,
all
did
right.
you
That's
watch Caleb
bullshit,
Williams
bro.
yesterday? Did you watch
No, he's
Caleb Williams
not.
yesterday?
No, he is not.
58%
Caleb
completion.
Caleb
No.
Wilson is better
Wilson.
than Bo Nix.
You don't even know his
No.
name.
Or Caleb
You don't even
Williams.
know his name,
You
and
know who I'm
you over
talking
here putting
about.
props
You
for
know
him.
who I'm talking
No,
about.
I
Shout
don't
out,
know
hey,
who
shout out
Caleb
Caleb
Wilson
Wilson. No, shout out Caleb Wilson. I think he should have action at that.
By the
number one
way,
pick.
somebody said it.
That's
CJ
a story for
Stroud
another
been
day.
garbage this year. Jalen
CJ
Hurts
Stroud
been
is
garbage
better
this
than
year.
Bo Nix. I don't.
Who's
look,
had a
I'm-
better? Do you realize CJ
Swiper.
Stroud, his
Swiper.
rookie year is still living off that season? Last 2 years, Chill. I think he's had like 35 TDs and 20 interceptions. Are you
He
kidding
is
me?
legit.
Get out of my
So who
face.
would you rather have, Bo Nix or
Bo,
CJ Stroud?
Bo,
All right,
Bo,
all right,
Bo,
you just lying
Bo,
right now. You
Bo.
just lying.
Oh, it's not even a
You are
question.
just
It's Bo.
lying.
Bo.
All right.
Sam Darnold
All right.
got one
Chat know
playoff
you-
game and he's
Chat
30
know
years
you
old.
lying.
Watch.
Denver know you lying.
Watch.
Bo know you lying. You know you lying.
If you haven't watched CJ Stroud this year, I imagine you'd be talking like that. I've been telling you, I want CJ Stroud to be a great player. He has to prove it. You have to do it. He's been mid this year. Respectfully, respect to CJ. He's been mid.
What has Bo been?
Bo has literally
What has
the
Bo
difference is,
been?
Bo has been mid at times, but the last stretch of the year, especially, he's been very good, and in the clutch, been very good. In the fourth quarter, been very good.
That boy
All the
name ain't
things
even
you
Bo.
say you
That
love,
boy name ain't Bo.
all-
That boy
all the
name is
things you say you
B-O-O.
love,
That's
Bo's
his
been
name.
better.
Bo
Bo's better.
B-O-O.
And then Caleb Williams, please get out of my face. You got three. You got DJ Moore, a second round pick and a first round pick, and you got two very good running backs and a good offensive line, and you complete less than 60% of your passes. Get out of my face. And Ben Johnson, get out of my face.
You know who's actually been completing 60? You know who's been completing 60% of their buckets? DeAndre Ayton. How about we get him more involved in the offense? Real talk. How about that? Can we get the big fella more involved in the offense? I would appreciate it. That'd be nice.
Can he involve himself on the
Can we
on
do
the
that?
board a little bit more as well?
And
Facts,
I was
real
trying to
talk.
figure out what JJ was doing last night too, and I know we got to get back to the super chats, but I was trying to figure out what JJ was doing last night with Jackson Hayes. I'm like, is DeAndre Ayton hurt? Why is he not in the game? What's going on?
Nah,
What's happening?
DeAndre Ayton, he played well last night, but he had been a no-show.
Let me tell you how anti-football that Ron is. Ron, was it Lamar's fault yesterday why they lost?
I mean, winning is a quarterback stat, but nah, they was just getting shredded up by the Steelers. The defense couldn't get a stop. Lamar went out there and did it. He should have. Yeah. I didn't like that pass that he made to what's his name, DeAndre.
Yeah,
he tried to lead him, and he should have just dunked it right to him. But other than that, Lamar balled out last night. Shout out Zay Flowers too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stop and go route in 3rd and 10 and 30 seconds left in the game.
What the hell?
What do you mean? The stop and go route 3rd and 10. What are you talking about?
The next super chat,
Ron, that was worse than the missed layup you had to lose the championship game. That's how bad that was.
Mars, just so you know,
it wasn't even a championship game.
A stop and go route on a 3rd and 10 is the equivalent
to go to the championship.
Make a layup when you need 3.
To make the playoffs.
To make the playoffs, Ron, you need to make the playoffs.
Because the ref didn't call a foul. The ref didn't call a foul. No, it's because of the ref.
I can tell you what I know.
Back, we need a 3. Like, what are you doing?
This is high school too.
On 3rd and 10.
College. It wasn't.
Oh, Ron, wait, the starting point guard was hurt that game. That's why you were in, right?
Damn. Yep, that's exactly why I was in.
Oh, you were Sanaa Lathan loving basketball.
Anyway, Ron, as you were saying,
that's a part of it. That's how it happens sometimes.
Dub ball out highlight.
Practice and was stuck like this.
Hey, I want you to sit on the sideline the rest of practice just like this.
Keep your arm up, Ron.
Dub ball out highlight.
At least a left-handed layup.
Can
he read the super chat? Focus, man. Go ahead, Ron. As you were saying.
Dub ball out highlight said, as a C's fan, I'm happy Jaylen Brown is finally getting the love he deserves. He said he's the best two-way, spoke up when snubbed about player of the month, asked Joe Mazzulla to guard Kawhi, AD, and drops 50 on his head.
That was a great game.
What happened to your Chrysler 300?
This is what I was waiting for. Remember I told y'all. It's gonna happen eventually. I'm just waiting for it. See, this is what real talk and chill we're waiting for and begging for.
Don't involve me in this.
They needed Jaylen Brown. They was just waiting for somebody that was big and bad enough to put Kawhi Leonard in his place. That's what they was waiting for. They want a motherfucker like Kawhi to watch his mouth, shut up and dribble, and stay in his place. And that's what Jaylen Brown was able to do. And these dudes are elated. I'm talking about celebrating. So happy.
I am
so
smiling.
happy.
I'm not gonna lie. I am smiling.
So happy. They was like, who? But because it was one of them things like they was like, man, somebody gonna do it. Somebody gonna do it. And I'm sitting there like, well, who bad enough to do it? Had to be my man Jaylen Brown. I'm happy for Jaylen Brown. I don't got nothing. I feel no type of way about it. Real talk, in fact, hit me in the group chat and said, you got to pick a side today. I'm like, I can't just enjoy basketball.
Nope.
He said, no.
No.
And I'm always riding with Kawhi. Even over Jaylen Brown, I'm riding with Kawhi. So it's whatever. But that's how it goes. Jaylen Brown got it right now. He got it right now. And it's just that you're shameless. You're shameless about the fact that you wanted somebody to put Kawhi in his place. This is ridiculous.
No, it's not about wanting to put Kawhi in his place.
Ridiculous.
I just find it hilarioso, chill, that the guy to end Kawhi's little Mickey Mouse streak was his other
Mickey
guy,
Mouse.
Jaylen Brown. I just thought that was funny. It's just funny.
It had to be. Who else could do it? You
know what
got to be a big bad wolf to be able to do that. And this Jaylen
Like
Brown,
I said,
it wasn't none of them little ass boys y'all love. It had to be a real one like Jaylen Brown.
Like I said, that Chrysler 300 looked like a Phantom until a Phantom pull up.
Wait, are you telling me real talk?
First of all, that Chrysler 300, that's a nice vehicle.
You think JB's outplayed? You think JB better than Kawhi, Sheriff?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
You don't think that's Swiper?
No.
Why not?
Kawhi's is an interesting case, man. I'm not gonna lie. He's just an interesting.
Why
he's
has
an
he
interesting
not
person.
been better than Kawhi this year?
I think Kawhi's been terrific this year, y'all. Like the whole season. Like I don't know what he's not done.
Why has he been better?
Scored. We just did the scores list. I have they're in the same tier for me as a scorer this season. Kawhi just is on lower volume. Like had a good passing season. Defensive season been really good this year.
Stop the bullshit.
Not passing for Kawhi, right? We're relative to Kawhi. Like he's not like throwing like dimes over the top.
Please don't pass the ball.
But just boom boom, blah blah. You know what I mean? A little something. Like he's having a really good season.
Jaylen's been a better scorer. He's been a better passer.
Has he been a better scorer this year?
Yes, he's a better scorer.
I'll definitely give the passing and on the defensive side of the ball. I don't think that they're the same. No, I think Jaylen Brown has definitely been better than him.
They're both. I mean, if you want to say Jaylen's a better, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I'm still leaning Kawhi a little bit. Respectfully.
How?
I mean, they've both been super efficient from across the board this year. Like they're playing well. Like Kawhi scoring at a high level still this season. I think I think you're a little lower on it because of the 5-game run that he had.
Yeah, his 5 games.
Kawhi shooting 76% at the rim. Kawhi shooting 52% from short mid range, 52% from mid range, and 38% from three. He's shooting better from mid range than Jaylen Brown is this year.
But doesn't Jaylen Brown just have more pure volume because of games played this year?
Games played. Well, I'm just
how many games? How many games is Jaylen Brown?
Why missing a third of his team's games is probably.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, yeah. Jaylen Brown has played 32 games, and Kawhi Leonard has played
21, 2, 3,
24, I think
24.
Yeah.
Okay,
but either way, though, I just think that's pitiful from you, real talk that you know. But
no, I think they're in the same tier. I don't think one of them is significantly outplayed the other, but that's just me.
I mean, not significantly, but yeah, Jaylen Brown has been better than Kawhi Leonard this year.
I do expect right now, especially at this point, I expect Jaylen Brown to outplay Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, well, yeah. At this point, now that we see this as Jaylen Brown, yeah.
No, I mean it's just because Jaylen Brown. No, never mind, we don't got time for that again.
Yeah, we're gonna act like Jaylen Brown's been this good for 3 years. I know that's what y'all want to do. I know.
Hey, by the way, Jaylen Brown, he made our all-decade team.
You get to showcase your ability.
Kind of has been.
No, he has not been this good. He's got
to get out your way. You get to showcase your abilities. That's just how basketball. That's how sports
I don't think. I know Chill said it. You could see that Jaylen Brown's been in the lab and all of this. Jaylen Brown isn't doing anything that I haven't seen him do since 2020.
That doesn't
He's just
mean
got a bigger role.
Gotten better.
He just has a bigger role, and he got the absolute green light. Like it's not like Jaylen Brown. It's not like Jaylen Brown all of a sudden added a mid-range game. It's not like Jaylen Brown is all of a sudden shooting the three ball better. It's not like Jaylen Brown all of a sudden is finishing better at the hoop.
Season of his career right now.
But Jaylen Brown has always been, one of the better mid-range
players. He has been a
league.
good mid-range shooter, but you can get better at something you're good at.
But, okay, so but do you guys understand how the mid-range works?
I do understand how it works. What you're trying to sell me is that because I've always shot the mid-range, I've always been this awesome at it. Because I've always scored the basketball, I've always been this awesome at it. Because I've always been a rebounder, I've always been this awesome at it. Jaylen Brown has not always been this awesome at what he's doing. That's just not
averaged 27 with Jason Tatum next to him, averaging 30.
You're talking about him as a player.
We could talk about that too. Jaylen Brown has always got to it.
So Jaylen Brown hasn't gotten better as a passer.
I mean, you
ball handling wise than he was 3 years ago.
I mean.
That's a yes or no question, Ron. But from today, January of 26 to January of 23, is Jaylen Brown the same distributor that he was?
I will say, just because I always attribute that guys will get better with time, and he's only 29. So I will say that. Hold on, let me finish my point. Y'all didn't even let me finish my point. Y'all reacted. Y'all don't even know what I'm about to say. I will say that he probably is better at 29 than he is at 27. Now, but when I watch him play today, I don't see anything different than what he looked like at 27. I'm telling you, I don't. He plays the same exact way that he played. He didn't add anything extra to his game. He's not doing anything much more spectacular than what he did. The only thing that happened is Big Bird is sitting on the bench, and now he got the green light, and they have to run the offense through him. Right. That's the only difference.
Everything, but fine tuning is getting better.
No, for sure, and that might be the case. He might have fine-tuned, and he might be better. But I'm saying, like, I'm not looking at 2023 Jaylen Brown and looking right now like, oh my God, this is put him up for most improved player. No, Jaylen Brown has been like this. And on top of that, one more thing about the whole mid-range thing. The whole mid-range thing, we all know mid-range, a lot of mid-range is touch and rhythm. Mid-range is the most rhythm-based shot in the game.
Yep.
So when you have the ball in your hands more, you're going to get more of a rhythm, you're going to have more of a feel, and you're going to be more comfortable. So that could be a reason. I'm not saying that is the reason.
Right.
He might have been in the lab. I don't know. I'm not saying that is the reason, but what I'm saying is that could be the reason, the fact that he has the ball more, he's able to shoot more, he's able to get to his spots more. I mean, obviously, more than likely, the more you shoot, the more rhythm you'll be able to be, or the more of a chance you have to get in rhythm. So I just want to throw that out there.
Jaylen Brown had every opportunity to be in rhythm in Game 7.
What Game 7?
He just getting
2023.
In the East Final.
Yeah, Morris.
Apparently, he's not a better player than he was.
They've been doing this for weeks now, Morris, talking about one particular game in the playoffs. But that's what you expect from Jaylen Brown haters that now have to acknowledge that Jaylen Brown.
I'm a hater because I'm acknowledging he's gotten better.
Now actually he's actually that good. But that's whatever. I just think with more opportunity, you get to shine more. You get to show what you can do. And I think this is a clear indication of that. When you're a hooper, similar to like the whole Norman Powell situation. Norman Powell been this good, but he just didn't get the opportunity to do it until he went up there to the Clippers and got to get.
Norman Powell's going to be a forgotten scorer, probably like Kevin Martin was, probably 15, 20 years from now. Norman Powell's a really good scorer. Like, he's a very, very good scorer.
You think he's better than Kevin Martin?
Probably.
He always has been. So he always has been.
Yeah, I'm saying he's just always going to be like relegated to like probably below like CJ McCollum, like historically. He's just he'll be a name you bring up like, damn, like he was really good.
Yeah, all right, fellas, the next super chat I got, and we're about to get to these top 5 comments of the week here in a second, but the next super chat I got is from Deleted 9202. Deleted said, Swiper, stop all that. Let me give credit to team shit. Let me acknowledge all his help and the other shit because it's not enough. Give credit to Jaylen Brown himself solely like you do to Jokic.
I mean, like having all NBA Jamal Murray this year. I don't know when I'm doing that, but Jaylen deserves credit. There's no one on the Celtics worth bringing up in conversations for carrying this team other than him. But they've been good around him, obviously. But I don't know where that came from. Jaylen Brown's having a great season. Phenomenal season.
Masenko G sent through a super chat and said, when people say two-way, they typically favor defense. Like an average offensive player gets a two-way tag, but not an average defender. Is someone like Mikal a better offensively than KD defensively? So is Mikal better offensively than KD is defensively?
Yes.
No.
Is Mikal Bridges better offensively than Kevin Durant is defensively?
Damn.
Not with this role that he has in New York.
Actually, yeah. I actually like him in this offense, to be honest with you. Yeah, I like the ball movement. I think this offense is more suited for his game. A lot of ball movement, a lot of moving around, like not as much standing around like it was when Jaylen Brunson had the ball and he was dominating the offense. That they play faster. He's better in transition. I would have to say, yeah. I do.
What I mean by that, I'm not saying that like Mikal Bridges isn't like this offense doesn't suit him. I'm saying that Mikal Bridges is like the third or fourth option on the team. That's what I'm saying. So like when you take that into account, I don't think that him being a third or fourth option offensively is better than what Kevin Durant has been doing defensively this season.
And I think KD's been really good defensively this year. I don't think
he has.
Yeah, I think KD's been really good defensively.
He's won them games defensively this year.
Yeah, he sat down. KD has had his hands moving, and KD's had his feet moving, had his hands busy. I mean, he's come up with big rebounds. But is the gap that much bigger between him and Mikal? What Mikal has been doing on offense and how much better he's been in that offense? I I would have to say Mikal.
I feel like two-way is really just about, are you a perceived clear plus on the defensive end, and then a very high-level offensive player? Because I think KD has always been a two-way player. It's just I don't think people respected his defense as much as maybe they should, if that makes sense. He's always been he's been a good defender now for probably going on 7-8 years. He had a really good season last year, rim protection wise. The season before, he was the best defender for the Suns, and then now he's been maybe the second best defender, maybe most important defender for the Rockets this year, given they just need rim protection. Like, he's done a great job this season. I don't know how you feel about that. Real talk, obviously, it's your team, but I think Amin's obviously better. But
yeah, Amin's the best defender on the team. You know. If you want to get like into the weeds, maybe you can throw in like a Josh Okogie. But if you want to talk about like the starting five, I mean, he's the second best defender in the starting five.
But like on the team, so because your initial point, you said that Mikal Bridges is like a third.
I can't
option.
hear you.
You were saying that Mikal Bridges is like a third option. So does it go both ways with like defense? If you're like the third,
yeah, but Mikal is also like the third or fourth option in the starting five. So, okay, these like, yeah,
but as
second
you,
best defender on the team.
As you go deeper into the bench, like Mikal's, he raises in the option for offense. You know what I'm saying? Like if Cat goes to the bench, then Mikal's still on the floor. The ball's coming to him a little more. If you go further into the bench with the Rockets, then KD's goes down on the as far as defenders go. But I think KD's always had an ability to play defense, and I think he's playing very good defense this season in particular. So I don't think it's a.
Has KD been a better defender this season than Jabari?
Yes.
I'm asking the question because I do watch Rockets games, and I think Jabari has been really good. I also think KD has been really good too defensively.
Yeah, KD's been the second best defender on the Rockets this season.
All right, we got another super chat from Dre Knows Ball. Let's see if Dre actually does know ball. Dre said Shea. Oh, for some reason the W not popping up on my screen.
Yes, it does. You just suck, Ron. Trash, garbage.
So Dre Knows Ball said Shea will regress. Shea will regress. He won't shoot 55% from the field all year, while Luka's 3-ball will start to click. This MVP race will flip these next 2 months. No Reeves and the worst bench, while Shea got exposed last night.
For the record, Drew, before that fourth quarter and them last 2-3 balls, Luka was building me a house at the long ball line. So stop the bullshit about it starting to click. Because no, it wasn't. It was not working last night.
I mean, but then he did hit the two.
It started to click.
Yeah,
those last two. Now he's going to shoot 50% for the next month. So.
Shoot it till you break it, Luka. Shoot it till you break it.
Oh my goodness.
I really enjoyed how the Lakers played offensively yesterday, especially in that second half. Loved the LeBron in the post. Loved the Luka coming off pin downs and stuff like that. We didn't just straight Luka ball, pick and roll all game. We actually had some action and some movement. And they both ended up, I think LeBron ended up with like 10 assists and Luka ended up with 8. Yeah. And then Luka isn't hitting much of the step backs, but he's hitting some of these catch and shoot threes. So that's at least encouraging to see.
It's cute. He thinks Shea's field goal percentage is going to come down there. That's cute.
But, and real talk, really quickly, when number one, I would love to just see them play faster. They just don't have the personnel to do it. Because I think that if they play faster, and James wants to play faster too, he just physically can't do it, unfortunately. But am I a maniac when I wanted to put Marcus Smart in the sleeper hole when he just gave Small the ball? He tried to pass the ball and just gave him. I wanted to put him in the sleeper hole. Like, I was like, get him off the floor. Yo, he killing us.
Marcus Smart is him having that last name is peak irony. That's how you know God has a real sense of humor.
Mars, you talk to me all the time about players who do things like that you just can't handle. Like, you know how I feel about big guys that can't rebound. Guards that don't take care of the basketball. I want to run into traffic. I can't handle it, Mars. I swear. And Marcus Smart, he's just so careless with the basketball from time to time. He'll just throw the ball away. Literally just throw. He gave the ball to Small last night.
He
He's coming
enjoys
down.
playing defense.
Which is great.
Does he defend or does he foul?
He's coming down the right side of the floor. He's coming down the right side of the floor with his weak hand. He throws the ball and just gives the ball to Small. I'm like, what are you doing? And by the way, we got a nip and tuck game right now. It's not like the Lakers were ahead by 10 or 12. We got a ball game going on.
By the way, Chill, that turnover happened because he was just walking the ball up, and it was about to be a 8-second violation with no ball pressure. He's just walking the ball up.
Just gave him the ball.
Chill. Do you remember, Chill, when AD went to LA, and then I told you what happened with AD. He got to California and got a hold of that different strand, and it turned him a little bit more careless. Now we might be seeing something like that again. You know, it's a little different now. It's a little different out here on the West Coast.
Is Marcus Smart infected, Ox? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't know.
Did he get infected?
He might have got a hold of a different strand, put a little something new in the air. You know what I mean? That happens.
He got that virus.
It happens.
Hey, with the I don't care virus.
Hey, I real quick, I just got to ask y'all a question. I'm asking y'all up here on the panel. Real talk, Swiper, Mars, Ron. Could y'all imagine Chill being a second or third grade teacher? We reading out loud and Chill talk about boo. Sound it out.
We used to have dudes in the class like that.
You suck.
We had dudes in the class. Y'all know them. Y'all know the dudes in the class when they got called to read, and you was like, "Here we go." Here we go.
Yeah, but to be fair, like you had just had access to public schools after segregation, and like, you know, so like the idea that, you know, they would all had the ability to read at the same level. It took a couple decades to catch
I
up,
did not have a problem reading.
No, you didn't. Yeah, you did not. Yeah, you grew up in a you know, different situation than a lot of people. But yeah, shout out, man. Reading, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Reading is I know reading's supposed to be a lot easier than it is, but reading is actually very difficult to learn. There's so many things that go into your ability.
No, it
to
is
read.
not, Swiper.
No. I mean, I do.
The English language is a bunch of nonsense.
That is very true. It's very difficult relative to other languages. I've been learning Spanish. By the way, Mars, I'm on day 73 of Duolingo and stuff again. So it's it's easier to learn Spanish and other languages, even Farsi and all that, which is like Arabic, than it is to learn English. Because, you know, English, I don't know if real time you ever watch those videos, people like break down like, you know, the difference in our O's and our A's.
You ain't learning no damn Arabic, bro. Stop.
That's one of the most popular languages in the world. Why would you?
You're not learning Arabic. I didn't ask whether it was popular. You aren't.
I already know some Arabic. What are you talking about? Like, there's
Say so.
He does not know any
Well,
No, just because you know a couple words don't mean he learning it.
No, Ron. But the thing is, in other languages, a lot of things that we don't understand as far as being English speakers is that the way our words are lined up, where we put our adjectives or verbs and nouns and stuff, it actually doesn't make sense. It makes more sense the way they do it in Spanish and in these other languages, where, you know what I'm saying, where the you know what I'm talking about, where you
They put the object first and then the adjective after.
Adjective is second.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what's flipped. We do
it
adjective
makes more
usually
sense.
first.
We'll say like the green ball. They'll say
the green board. The board is exactly.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, you know what you get the subject out the way, you know what you're talking about, and you know what I'm saying, I think, you know what I'm saying.
Were y'all good at English class when y'all were growing up? Like composition,
Yeah, that was
like
one of my
composition and all that?
subjects.
I actually taught
English.
I was good at every subject, Swiper.
And to
not
answer your question,
standout student.
I'm actually really patient when it comes to teaching. Right? I'm actually really patient when it comes, especially small people. I'm really patient when it comes to teaching. Ron, on the other hand, is
like
getting the help.
or like little people?
Like children.
No, like
I'm a
people
small-
like me.
I'm-
Yeah, people like me.
I'm a small person,
Children.
remember?
Yeah, I'm sorry, children. I apologize, real talk. Children, like I'm very patient with or young people.
I can see
Ron
that.
getting the hell
I
out of
can
my
see
class.
that. I can see.
I'm actually really patient when it comes to
Ron, here's the thing
get
about
his ass out of my class.
Ron was
get
the
out of my
Ron was the kid
Okay,
that I
okay.
guarantee you he tested well. If you just did basic IQ, Ron tested extremely high. But in school, Ron was a nuisance. I already know he was.
fucking maniac.
Yeah, I know he
Absolutely.
was a nuisance. Ron is very intelligent, but I know for
the teachers used
100%.
to love me,
Yeah, I'm sure.
especially the young ones.
Yeah, because you had to bribe him with cookies and apples and cakes and all that kind of stuff to pass you. I agree.
Hey, a little more than that.
Hey, they met with your people like, hey, Ron, you know, he's very bright. I know this is how that white lady would talk to your folk. Hey, I know he's very bright. He's very enthusiastic, very charismatic. We just got to get him to focus. That's
Right,
exactly
I
what
was-
they said about Ron.
I was quite the teacher's pet.
I know.
On the other hand, I know the teacher was trying to find a way to muzzle you.
Swap, you do know on the West Coast, like we have black teachers.
No, I know. I just made up a hypothetical person in my head.
That's what they were doing.
We've been liberated out west, Swiper. I don't know if you know this or not, but
Ron, were you ever talented and stuff like that?
What?
Were you like ever gifted and talented or anything like any of those programs?
I mean, I'm gifted and talented. I don't know what the gifted and talented program is, though.
Shout
out gifted, though. Shout out gifted.
He talking about the GATE program.
Yeah. There's always been a program called GT. I spent some time there as well.
I'm not familiar with the GATE program either, but
Ron,
shout out to Bill Gates.
If me and you were classmates, we could have been acting like Othello and Macbeth together. You'd have made a great actor, man.
I don't know who Othello and Macbeth is either.
Yes,
you don't know Othello?
No, he does. He's
hey, I know Othello Street. Hey, I know Othello Block. Hey, shout out all my South Seattle hoodlums. Hey, shout out Othello Block. Shout out 8 Block. Y'all already know what time it is if you from Seattle. But however, we got top 5 comments of the week, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. The people have spoken. And we now have to acknowledge who showed up and showed out in the comment section. Hey, y'all, we're going to do it a little different today. I've done this before in the past, but I want to bring this back because I don't want to just highlight 5 comments. We had a hell of a week last week. So I want to deep dive into the comments and see what we really got. Let's see if we can find some hidden gems. So this is the episode from, I believe it was Friday. Yeah, Dom was up there.
It was the only day I was there. So yeah, Friday.
Shout out Big Mars. All right, well, on Friday, this is what the people had to say in the comment section. You see, I liked the video. You see that?
Yeah,
all right, let's go ahead.
I also see you're not joined, but
I also see a lack of YouTube Premium, but
YouTube Premium, who needs that? Y'all see the merch right here and all of that good stuff. Let me go ahead and keep scrolling. Oh, let me do this. A little better this way. Let's do this. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. The first comment is from Bubba Cool Ah. Bubba Cool Ah said, Mars back, views up, twin really brawn.
Twin.
You Lamar's James? Shout out Lamar's James. Who's Z07? Y'all know who's Z07. Who said, dub episode, good to see the Brit back.
So this is Glaze. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Jay Shack said, Mars Talk Sports, you were missed.
Okay.
Kareem NYK said, good to see Mars back. He's the Joey Chestnut of this podcast and shit. What does that mean?
What? Joey Chestnut's
the competitive.
The hot dog eater, right?
Competitive glizzy eater. He's the all-time great.
So what does that mean? Like how?
He's a glizzy gobbler.
I'm on my way for his crown. That's what I'm.
I think the record's like 80 something. Real talk.
In how long?
I don't know.
3 minutes. I think it's it's not
3 minutes.
It's not 3 minutes. It's
no. They don't do it for like
10 minutes.
Minutes or something.
I don't know. Yeah,
I know.
No man is eating 80 in 3 minutes.
Bro, I don't know. Y'all gonna make it something weird.
Ron, you know it, Ron.
Shit.
Ron, y'all didn't have to do rookie shows.
Hey, Joey Chestnut ain't got nothing on her.
Hey, I done seen Isabella big ass put whole businesses out of business. I done seen her put restaurants out of business. I'm talking about, hey, the happy hour wasn't happy when she got done with it.
You've been here for an hour.
I was.
You've been here for an hour.
Y'all are weird. So like whatever, but y'all acting like hot dogs are easy. You're easy to put away, by the way. So you could do 3 or 4 or 5 of them joints.
Nah, thanks,
80 in 3 minutes is ridiculous.
Real talk. Tell me I'm lying. Could you, when you were a kid, when you would go to barbecues and stuff, you wouldn't eat like 4 or 5?
Well, you usually don't sit there and eat just 4 hot dogs. Usually at a barbecue, you usually get your little burger with a cheese on it. You know what I'm saying? Mixed with the hot dog.
Yeah, I'm saying hot dogs, burgers, ribs.
Yeah,
I'm tripping, bro. I don't care about like these stupid like allegations, bro. Y'all. You could a pack of hot dogs is 6. You could eat 6 hot dogs in a sitting, easy as a kid, easy.
No,
Swiper, do you double up? Like, do you put 2 hot dogs together?
Double up. There's no need to double up. I want bread. I use the good bread. I find a good bread from the store. I get the premium Frank's hot dogs.
No, I'm not.
Mhm.
Put some ketchup
and what
on
do
the
you
joints.
and what do you dress your hot dogs with?
Ketchup. That's it. Only ketchup.
Okay.
Just
All right.
ketchup, no
That's
relish,
boring.
no sauerkraut.
No,
No mustard.
I don't like mustard.
Do you eat glazed hot dogs?
I don't know what a glazed hot dog is.
Oh,
Bacon
okay.
wrap. I
Honey-
know you
honey
like the
Dijon-
bacon wrap joints.
honey
Boss, to
Dijon?
answer your question, it was 76 in 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes.
10
Yeah,
minutes.
thank you. 3 minutes. Man, be serious. 10 minutes. Still crazy, but 3 minutes.
All right, fellas. Well, shout out to Mars. He is the Joey Chestnut of this shit. The next super chat, comment of the week that we got is from McMoses. That's a hell of a name, McMoses. McMoses said, Jordan says, Swiper, can I ask you a question? Swiper responds by saying, no. Jordan asked the question anyways. Dude is genuinely hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny, bro. Jordan, my dude, man. Shout out Drench.
Drench is in the house.
Show Drench and Drench in private is two different people, by the way, man. That's my dude, man. That's my dude.
The next comment is from Retray63. Retray said, missed you, Mars, but Big Ox really had an MVP week in your absence.
Yeah, that Kawhi show was great.
Oh, so what he's trying to say is Mars is Jason Tatum, and this is Jaylen Brown. Makes sense.
I was just trying to make Mars proud when he was gone for a couple days, man. Just trying to hold it down.
That's intentionally closer than you maybe realize, Ron. But shout out.
All right, y'all. Well, we're going to go ahead and jump into the next episode of the week that I got from you guys. Here we go. All right. This is the next episode that we got.
I think I am better in the mid range than Mars, but that's about where it is. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Mars clears.
All right. Well, this is the next one that we got.
Man.
What episode is this? This is Tuesday. No, this is Thursday. Thursday. Injuries are the biggest enemy. Y'all see the video is liked. Y'all should go ahead and follow in the footsteps. All right, Trim Duncan got the first comment. Trim Duncan said, look down at the weight scale, ... L. Hold on, what?
That was Penn talking to Real Talk.
Oh, that was a nasty episode.
That was after,
you go first?
what were we talking about? Real Talk. What was the basketball? Luka? Was it Luka the scoring?
Yeah, something like that. And then Penn was being sensitive and thought that me saying "I'll let you speak" was like disrespectful. I don't know.
And then he called you fat.
Yeah, but I mean,
First
shout out
thing
to
he said
Penn though. Yeah, I mean, I have some weight on me, but I'm not a grown man with no facial hair who looks like I drive a white van with no windows.
Yeah, that turned into a nasty session.
Whoa. What is happening? First of all, I just want to say this about the facial hair. That shit is hard, bro. Like I got one of them weak ass patchy beards. I'm trying to get my shit together, man. So when you say things about facial hair, I really take that shit personally, bro. Like,
All right, so I heard
I'm
if you
being
get that
attacked.
Beyonce stuff, whatever it is, the Beyonce serum, I heard you can rub that wherever on your body and it'll grow hair. Hey, I heard
I
niggas is
did
growing
hear
knee
that,
hairs
too.
now.
I haven't used mine in a minute. I need to
Did
use it.
you said knee hairs?
I heard if you put it anywhere in your body, the hair will just pop up.
Hey,
Shout out
man.
Beyonce, man. She got a good thing going.
Beyonce juice on my face. Yeah.
That beard that Drench got, I always wanted to grow a beard like that. I just could never do it.
Chill, right?
That ain't Drench's beard either.
I could never do it.
Y'all keep doing this. Bro. Drench has a nightstand where he puts his beard every night, bro.
Wait a minute, Ox. What's happening right now? I got to peel off?
Bro, I
You gotta
remember I
peel
roomed
away.
with Drench. Drench was like, Swiper,
gotta
don't tell
peel
nobody.
off.
He would literally peel it off and put it on the mannequin every night. It's like
That shit is fake.
hey, real talk. It's like when our folks,
happening
you
right
go to
now?
one of our auntie's house, take that wig off, put on a little white head.
Yeah, he got a beard stand.
Hey, nah, but wait, hey,
He got a
Swiper
beard stand.
Swiper, you are you actually using that? Like right now, are you using?
No, I haven't touched it. But to be fair though, like I haven't even had a chance to think about it. Like I'm just.
Why are you wasting time? You thought
no,
about it when you ordered it.
I did, but bro, I do I have a whole
Look at
thing in there. I
Look at
just keep
Drench.
forgetting.
It's Velcro.
You got the Velcro,
It's
man.
Velcro.
Drench, what's happening right now, yo? Am I getting duped? I know I'm older, but yo, I ain't senile.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. That Drench, he got.
Bro, y'all playing with me. I'm
immaculate
telling
beard,
y'all right
bro.
now.
I
Yes,
want
he got
one
an
of those,
awesome
bro.
beard.
I'm gonna
Drench,
do-
Drench got a fire ass beard
I wish
for
I could
real.
grow a
Really.
beard
Nah. First
Yo,
off, that's glazed.
I
Number
want
one,
one for
I'm
real.
going to do a vlog.
That beard is glazable. I'm glazing. Yes,
Yes,
I am.
you got a great
I want one of
glazable beard.
those.
It's
I
nuts.
want one of I've
For
always
real.
Mars, that was said, by the way, just for you to, we actually had to argue who's a better offensive player between Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant. That actually went on.
And it was actually
Well,
a better,
hold up, y'all.
conversation than you give it credit for, Mars.
But
I wish
before
we
we
would've
get
been
into
there.
that, but hold up, Mars. Before we get into that, because we
Hold on.
actually gonna talk about that. It's gonna come up in the comments. But the next comment that I got is from 448 Gaming XX. Said 22-23 PC was 3 years ago. Oh, okay.
Correct.
All right.
They're saying that's like throwback, like great times for PC.
It for
These are
sure
great
was.
times for
Hell of a
PC.
year. Exam Zay said Pensay and Swiper being Rudy would be him living out his dreams of being 7 foot and European was hilarious.
Yep.
Yo, there's
Shout
no
out.
way he said that, bro.
Yeah,
I
he
did not
did.
hear
Shout out to that bank account too. He made 2 good jokes that day. Then he crashed. He made another one with the Mr. Potato Head one. That's obviously been used before, but it was still funny. But then I told him, "Hey, good job." This is how it started. Remember, real talk. It started because
that picture.
you
was
said, I allowed you to speak. He took that as like, "Oh, you sunning me," and then I said,
I've
"No,
never heard that perspective on that.
we
before.
all allow
Okay.
each other to speak," and then it turned
Exactly.
into you fat. Look at the scale. You built like a boulder. Like you built like a
I don't even know how we
mud
got
mound,
No, he didn't say all of that. You're getting this
Yeah,
off.
I was gonna
So
say,
I'm not gonna let you
give
get
it
this
to
off.
the
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you get
My
this off.
bad.
While
My
you
bad.
sitting down there looking like the red Angry Bird, nigga, don't hey, relax, brother.
Oh, shit.
and then Real Talk shared a picture of him.
Nah, y'all ain't cool for that. But no, the 7 foot European thing, Swipe. I don't know how I missed that. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I stepped
It
away
was
for a
under his
second.
breath.
Oh, okay. That's hilarious. Next time you got to say that, with his chest. Stand on
Yeah,
your
he's
nuts
getting
for that
funnier.
one.
The more he hangs around us, the
That's
funnier
hilarious.
he gets.
I mean,
All
that's
right,
usually
y'all.
how it works,
The next chat that I got is from Ruin. Yeah, I'll just say Ruin. It's from Ruin4511. Ruin said Pin and Swiper beef might be the most entertaining thing of the year so far. Y'all got it 5 days into 2026.
I don't even
It's
think
never-
that was
it's
between
never
me. That was
ending.
between Real Talk and Pin.
Yeah, but you inserted yourself, Swiper.
I was because it went left, so I tried to dumb it down. Like,
No,
hey,
you
bring it
didn't.
back,
Swiper. In
fellas.
fact, you just put more gasoline on it. You did not try to dumb it down. No, you didn't. You actually hyped it. That's what you do.
But you got to remember, Swiper
It's
was
not
on one
Penn
that day.
and somebody else. It's just Penn. Because one day it's going to be me and Penn. Another day it's going to be Swiper and Penn. Another
Oxen
day
Penn.
it'll be Oxen Penn. It's
No,
Penn.
me and Penn actually have a good thing going. You know what I'm saying? We got
It's
a good
never
thing.
chilling, Pen. It's never.
But he
Mars.
glazes
Not
chill though.
never chilling, Penn.
He does glaze chill.
He does.
Because me and Pen are friends, and chill is also. Pen's
Well,
friend.
no, you get an argument.
You
He-
guys are
he-
the problem.
He likes your intellectual curiosity, but y'all got an argument not too long ago. I can't remember what that was for though.
I couldn't
wasn't
believe when him
I
and
just like
Drench
the fact
got
that
into it. I could not believe that.
Yeah, that was flabbergasted.
There's a common theme here.
Yeah, exactly. It's not everybody
Yeah,
else.
Pen's right, and
It's
you
not
guys are wrong.
everybody
That's
else.
Yeah,
that's
you
the
know what?
thing,
That's
yeah.
right. You're right.
That's a glaze right there, Masinko.
All right, the next comment that we got, y'all. Let me go ahead and throw this up there. This episode was, let me see, I think this is Tuesday. No, Monday?
Monday or what?
5
Yeah,
days.
it's
is
Monday.
Wednesday.
No, Wednesday.
Can Joel finally complete the process?
All right, the first comment that we got is from Raheem Wilson. Raheem said, only when Mars ain't here, the panel can get away with having a Duncan and Kobe conversation about offense and shot making.
They didn't get away with their dumb shit.
I mean, that
For what it's worth,
whole thing got blown out.
There's a
of proportion.
50-50 chance I would have just stayed silent the whole time. Nah,
Nah.
So
Or it's even more chance, actually, knowing Mars, that he would have started trolling and agreeing with the Tim Duncan side. That's actually how that.
Can I get some insight onto?
Yeah, but first, Mars, I just want to say the problem is it was really like the questions that Manny was asking and the way he was framing the questions made it to where it's like, I mean, when you put it that way, yeah, I can argue for Tim Duncan on certain aspects. It was just kind of the way that y'all was arguing it made it to where I got an angle for Tim right here. And that's all. That's all. I
love how y'all did that TikTok, by the way, when Manny asks who's a better ball handler, and the TikTok stops and it says, "Let me make this way more complicated," and then I starts talking about, well, what is ball handling actually? Is it? I mean, Tim's working out the post. And
well, I mean, I think
did you say Tim Duncan's a better ball handler than?
Yes. No, I did not. Mars, just listen to what I said. What I said is what I'm saying is that what do you mean by that? Because Kobe Bryant, he's having the ball on the perimeter, dribbling a whole lot more. Tim Duncan's version. Well, Tim Duncan's version of ball handling is way less complex than that. It's so much more open up, one dribble, two dribble to a move. It's like, well, that's essentially ball handling. If I have to compare those two ball handling, I'm gonna compare Tim Duncan's version of it compared to Kobe Bryant's version of it. So don't ask me about who's a better ball handler because you think that I'm just gonna say, oh, well, obviously Kobe Bryant because he's on the perimeter. Tim Duncan handles the ball as well, just in a different way. That's all I'm saying. So don't ask me that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't ask me that. That's like why I wouldn't ask you who's a better.
You can keep it right there, Ox. You ain't even got to keep going. You can keep it right there, brother. You did.
You
should have kept it to yourself. That's what you should have kept.
I wouldn't ask you who's a better rim protector.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you ask me that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you want to ask.
Yeah, but then if someone did ask who's a better rim protector, Tim Duncan or Kobe, and then someone was like, well, actually, Kobe's point of attack defense, keeping guys in front, stopping them from getting to the rim, is really rim protection.
That's fair. That's fair.
Let's just be serious. Like,
but that's fair though, Mark.
We know what's being asked.
Compared to
who's a better shooter, Steph Curry or Jokic? Well, Jokic's field goal percentage, and that's all shots. He's shooting the ball when he takes a field goal attempt. So
yeah, you gotta be specific. You gotta be specific.
Come on, I guess.
Compared to Kobe Bryant's rim protection and how he rim protects. I mean, is it a conversation? To Ox's point,
I'm just
if I'm chasing a dude, if a dude gets by me and I'm recovering and I'm chasing him to the rim and I end up smacking it in the third row or I ended up blocking it on the glass because he's done that more times than not. I mean, yes, when you put it that way, I mean it's comparable. I think that's different.
My main thing in that conversation,
Tim Duncan and Kobe offensive conversation, I'm very disappointed.
My main thing in that conversation is that the gap on defense is bigger than the gap on offense.
Well, Mars, we in fact did have a conversation, and we got one more comment that I want to read from Upgrade Your Mindset. Upgrade Your Mindset said, I can't believe the conversation of Duncan being as good as Kobe offensively was even entertained. The level of disrespect Kobe gets is unfathomable. I bet if someone claimed Anthony Davis was as good offensively as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Penn would throw a hissy fit.
We actually had a conversation about KD and Anthony Davis up here. I don't know if y'all remember that, but we had a KD and Anthony Davis conversation. It didn't last long, but we did have one. So,
Chill, is that making you uncomfortable, that jersey hovering above you like that?
You see that?
Not at all.
See that 8 represents that 8 represent when the 8-0 skunked your ass 1-on-1.
It wasn't 8-0, it was 11-0. It wasn't get it right. If we're gonna talk about it, get it right. It wasn't 8-0, it was 11-0. Yes, it was.
I mean, I think
does anyone up here think Kobe? Does anyone up here think Tim Duncan's a better offensive player than Kobe?
I do not think that Tim Duncan is a better offensive player than Kobe Bryant.
Nobody, Mars.
I don't think that.
Yeah, cool.
Not a single soul.
I don't think so.
I can make it. I can just like I can make an argument for Franz Wagner being better. I can make an argument for Tim Duncan. I don't know how well it's gonna go, but I can make an argument for him.
Yeah, and you got cooked in, and you got cooked in that argument too.
That's why your ass. That's why your ass had to get off the court because I got cooked in that argument. Right? Yeah. That's why your ass got.
Bum ass Hall of Fame judges, man.
Next, who's next? Get your ass off the court. Give me the pill. Next.
All right, we got one more episode that I want to tap into. Chill. I don't know what was so funny right here. This is Monday's episode. You see Real Talk. You see Swiper. You see my man Manny Wilson from the Run Podcast. Chill is laughing hilariously at whatever. And you see me, I'm at my house. You guys know this is the house where I pay rent at. And, I just lease it to people from time to time. Shout out to Nipsey and Asia Wilson. But also, the video was liked. There's 512 likes. It should be 5,012 likes, but whatever. Shout out to MB. He was wondering where Mars is at. I oftentimes wonder where Mars is at as well. 989 Michi said, all-time Ox episode. NYK Kareem 2001 said, Oxford University. Jared sent through a super chat, or commented on this episode. Jared3982 said, Kawhi Leonard has the best gig in the NBA. Can cruise all year long, and he puts up a great few week stretch and gets put back in talks where guys have been elite all year. Rinse and repeat. Happens nearly every year.
This has been going on for quite a while now.
Chill, when we
He's
say
not
it, though,
cruising.
we
He's not
haters.
cruising. He's hurt.
This has been going on for quite a while now.
He's not cruising. He's actually hurt.
Kawhi could come out with some mid albums, but he might drop a single, and then all of a sudden Kawhi is this
He got a
platinum
couple
artist
good
again.
singles.
Hey, come on, yo. Wait a minute.
One hot album every 9 years? Damn. Every 9 year album average?
He's Dr. Dre. He's Dr. Dre.
He'll drop some mid albums, and then he'll come out with like 2 or 3 singles that's dope, and you like, Kawhi's back. Like, easy, relax.
Well, he actually said this to you, Chill, during that episode. He said, keep Kawhi's name out your mouth. Or was that to you, Real Talk?
It was the both of them.
Yeah, probably both of us. I like Kawhi Leonard, actually. I'm very high on Kawhi Leonard
too.
during this peak. But I'm also just
Y'all got a funny way of showing it.
Yes,
No,
facts.
this is what Ox has done, right? Ox has
Funny
flipped
ass way
you
of
guys
showing it.
into thinking that we hate him. We do not hate him.
You don't hold him. You
I
hold
know-
him to a higher standard than you do Anthony Davis. That's my biggest thing.
That doesn't. But okay. With that being said, that doesn't mean
Even
that
though
I
you think
hate
AD
him.
is better, quote unquote.
Okay. Once again, that has nothing to do.
AD's better than Kawhi?
Who?
He was
think AD's
last
better than
season.
Kawhi?
I don't know if he is right now.
I don't think he's. I never said that. When did I
Yeah,
ever
you
say
did.
that?
You clearly said it actually multiple times.
When have I said that Anthony Davis is better? I said that he was more available over the last.
You
couple
said
of
he's
years
better. You had
than
Anthony
Kawhi.
Davis. At
I said
6
that he
on
was
the
better
preseason
than him.
list. Yeah, he had Anthony Davis at 6 on the preseason list.
I mean, this is
As
Kawhi's.
as of recently, yeah, I definitely.
No.
Yes.
My point, Real Talk, is he holds him to a higher standard than AD, who he thinks is a top 6 player in the league. He doesn't have that same energy for AD for missing games and not showing up in big moments. He doesn't.
No,
bring any of that.
absolutely. But
That's
this
my
is
thing.
Kawhi's first year of being better than AD in some time.
What's
Yeah.
time?
He wasn't better than AD last season. He wasn't better than AD. He damn sure wasn't better than AD in 23-24.
Mars, you think that Kawhi Leonard
think
has
that was
always
one
been
of
better than
AD's
They
Anthony
both were.
Davis?
They both were
Always?
first team All NBA caliber that year.
No.
In 23-24, he was absolutely better than AD.
He was not better than AD in 23-24.
They were both
agree
great,
to
though,
disagree.
that season.
Agree
They
to
were
disagree.
same
We'll
tier.
agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree.
24 is the year Kawhi played 60 whatever games.
68. That was 23-24.
Yeah,
He played
68,
68
yeah.
games. He was phenomenal that
But
season. I
AD
had him
played like
second grade.
72 or something like
79,
that. And
79.
AD was phenomenal that year. AD was phenomenal that season.
Yes, he was.
I think AD was the
phenomenal.
best
He was
player on
phenomenal.
the Lakers in 23-24, and I don't think that Kawhi was better than LeBron in 23-24.
I just think that the logic that I
LeBron
don't
was
hold
great that year,
Anthony
too.
Davis. What you're doing, Swiper, is you're holding me to a standard because I don't hold Anthony Davis to the same level because he's not because he's been hurt just as much. That doesn't mean that I still don't think that Kawhi Leonard is an awesome player. I can
You
still
don't
criticize
critique
because
Kawhi Leonard
but
on
I still
crazy things.
okay, but I also critiqued Anthony Davis too.
No,
How
you
many
don't.
times have we? That's not true, Swiper. How many times have we come up here when we talked about him when he was with the Lakers that I thought he was
I'm not
soft?
talking about the
that I
Lakers.
didn't.
Dallas Mavericks. He played 19 games with them
Okay,
in
but
the last 2
and
years.
with him playing with him, I thought that they were going to be. I thought that they were going to be much better, and they weren't. And I
And
said
then
that.
he's also averaging 20 and 9 this year. You don't say anything about it. Kawhi Leonard averaging 26, 5, and 4 this year, and you were just like, oh, well, Kawhi. And every time Ox would bring him up, you'd be like, huffing and puffing and blowing your house down. But AD averaging 20 and 9, barely playing. He's like, nothing to say.
Fact.
But Kawhi Leonard having a great season, all NBA again, looks great. looks good, looks healthy. You're like, the wheels are going to fall off eventually. Meanwhile, AD's actually on the sideline. And then we just played average of 29. That made no sense.
Y'all trying not only are you
AD's played
assuming-
less than
you're trying-
Kawhi this year.
That's my whole point. That's what I'm
You're trying to
saying.
talk
Nobody
the wheels
cares.
off.
Nobody cares.
This is
Y'all
what
are trying to talk the wheels off the car. Y'all want the wheels to fall off because that's the only thing that can stop
is Swiper will bring up numbers. Swiper will bring up numbers. Swiper will bring up analytics. But then Swiper will also leave you. And I'm not finished because you do this all the time to me, Swiper. Because what you'll do is you'll bring up numbers and you'll bring up analytics and you'll leave me in this space right here, right now, instead of talking about in totality. You're talking about Kawhi Leonard right now. When I talked about Anthony Davis in years past, I've definitely been critical of Anthony Davis.
I'm talking about last week.
There we go. This is what I'm talking about. You are though.
We had this conversation last week.
You were criticizing at your elbow.
I know. Hey,
I know you
shut
was
up.
raised better than
You
that.
shut up. You shut up.
Raised better than that.
Look, hold on. Now he ain't my elder. No, hey, what did Chill say? What did Chill call me 2 years ago? I ain't never gonna call you that. Because I do respect my elder. But I tell you what, I body chill again. I body chill again. No, but listen. No, but real talk. You're being whatever. You're trying to be funny.
Don't let real talk knock you off your pivot.
This was last week, Ox.
Once again,
he was criticizing Kawhi Leonard, and he said, "Yeah, well, this is a 5-game sample size. Is he going to keep this up all year? Oh, I don't think so. He's gonna get hurt again." Meanwhile, Anthony Davis, who he thinks is the top 6 player in the league, has been mid compared to Kawhi and played less games than Kawhi, but he had nothing to say about AD. That's all I was saying.
Even though I said
pray on Kawhi's downfall.
Even though I've been critical of Anthony Davis in the past, which goes back to the original.
Not last week.
Stop, Swiper. Because again, real talk. This goes back to my original logic.
Stop looking for help.
Keep going, Swiper.
Stop looking for help, Chill. Stop calling for real talk.
I don't need to call for real. Okay. Matter of fact, this is what I'm talking about with you. Am I in the right place?
No, you go to other way.
The other way.
No.
There you go. You're good.
Okay.
Swiper's nasty, y'all.
I'm talking to you specifically, and the reason why I'm talking to you specifically is because you talk about right now. I'm sorry that I haven't been critical of Anthony Davis right now. Meanwhile, I've always been critical of Anthony Davis, that I thought he was soft from time to time, that I thought that he wasn't aggressive enough in the offense from time to time. Don't sit there and act like I ain't never say nothing about Anthony Davis, but it's one time that I haven't been critical of him. You son of a, you know what?
Hold on, Ron.
Son of a bitch ass is what he means.
You're lying.
So it's so.
You're lying.
All right, fellas, we're going to go ahead and get into these super chats. Swiper is getting his whole situation and set up together. All right. I got a super chat from Cowboy Bob. Bob Solo said, Brown is better than Maxey? ? Maxey averages 2 steals a game. Yes. Brown is balling, and his consistency is impressive due to what he is doing without Tatum. Brown is making the right strides. Chill. The Cavs should have won.
They should have won that game last night. Yes, they did. They should have won that. And by the way, I'm campaigning for Beef Stew's going to be an all-league defender this year. I'm on record saying it, and I'm standing on it. I think Beef Stew's going to. He should have made it last year, but I think that he missed it off reputation because of him being quote unquote dirty. But he's been a great defender, and this season he's been a really good defender. I think he's going to be an all-league defender this year. He came up with a big steal. Came up with a big steal last night, yesterday afternoon against Cleveland on Donovan Mitchell. Absolutely.
I ain't mad at that.
The funniest super chats to me, like the fact that the first question is Brown better than Maxey? ? Maxey averaging 2 steals a game. I don't know what that had to do with the price.
No, we were having the two-way conversation.
Oh,
so he's saying because
Cowboy Bob maximizes his super chats. Yeah, he's gonna get off every point he can within his character limit. So you just gotta try and string them to the relevant topics. If you can't,
that's efficiency, right? Y'all love efficiency.
Absolutely. Exactly. He's gonna get off 8 shots.
Cowboy Bob got like a 68 true shooting when it comes
true
to
chatting. We call that true chatting.
Yeah, true chatting. Yeah, TC.
Is Brown better than Maxey?
Yes, absolutely.
Maxey has been incredible this year, though. I will say.
Is he a better scorer? Who's the better scorer, Jaylen Brown or Tyrese Maxey?
Jaylen Brown.
I'm still going with Jaylen Brown. That's better scorer.
Yeah, I got Jaylen too.
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable in being able to say it's Jaylen Brown, even though the shot creation for Maxey has gotten better. It has improved. It might not have improved to what other people wanted to, but it's definitely improved. But Jaylen Brown is a lot sharper this year than what he's been in the past. So I'm taking Jaylen Brown as a bucket.
Damn, Chill, could you leave Jason Tatum out of this, please?
You the one brought him up, and now he in my head. It's just too late, man. He don't have nothing. He actually doesn't have anything to do with this, by the way. Nothing.
All right, we got a super chat from, you guessed it, Anna Monica Studios has entered the chat. Anna Monica said, rank these 5 players in 2009. Dwight Howard, CP3, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. Also Mars, I looked back at the KG Jokic argument. KG is better.
Facts.
And if defense and offense are viewed the same, who is the best player today? Before we get to the second question, because Anna Monica, he got a high true chatting percentage too.
Yeah, he did.
Let's answer this first one.
Too, yeah.
He got an all-pro.
Let's rank these 5 players in
bullshit.
2009. Dwight, CP, Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Kobe. Who y'all got?
Wade
Wait,
first.
is it regular season and playoffs, or like just overall like
Whole season, Mars. Regular season and playoffs. Whole season.
But how they played that year?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. Yeah,
I think so.
Bron
Who was better that
won.
particular year.
Bron won. I'm thinking between Wade and Kobe.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, because Kobe's playoff run in 2009 was incredible, but Wade's regular season that year is insane.
I'm gonna go Wade, Bron, Kobe, Dwight, Chris Paul.
I'm not even gonna listen to anything that has Bron below 1. So shout out to you though. Shout out to you. Yeah, shout out to you.
That's fine. I got
09 is the year D Wade played Atlanta in the playoffs, or is that Boston?
Boston.
He went dumb. No, he hooped in the playoffs.
He led the league in scoring that year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. It's safer to just go with Kobe. So I'm gonna go Bron, Kobe, Wade, Chris Paul, Dwight.
Oh man,
Bron 3.
yeah.
That's all I know.
We just
Next
be
super
saying
chat that
stuff
we-
over here, man.
Yeah,
Next super chat that I got is from, you guessed it once again, Anna Monica Studios said the numbers say Jaylen Brown is the best scorer since December and the most consistent while bringing a team. Mars said it's Charlotte. While bringing a team that Mars said is Charlotte to the playoffs. If they get the number 1 seed, he the MVP. Does Jaylen Brown have action at that MVP?
Ox, join me in this though. And yes, I got Jaylen Brown 3rd right now on the MVP ladder board right now, only behind Jokic and Shea. But I will say this: if Jaylen Brown played this well, right, with Jaylen Brown playing this well, Ox, you swap Shea and Jaylen Brown. Does OKC get better and Boston get worse?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that OKC gets better. I think OKC will be just as good. Though.
Or they remain the same though? They don't drop?
Yeah, I think they stay the same.
Okay.
But now, would Boston get better? No, Boston wouldn't get better because Jaylen Brown's a much better defender than SGA. So I think Boston would be around. I think Boston would be around the same as well. Maybe drop 1 or 2 games. But are you asking me if Jaylen Brown's better than Shea?
I'm asking you, has Jaylen Brown played to the same level as Shea Gilgeous-Alexander this year?
He's surpassed that this season.
He's
Jaylen
playing better than Shea this year?
Jaylen Brown is absolutely playing better than Shea this year. Yeah.
Which leads to my next question: Is
Jaylen Brown is the MVP?
Is Jaylen Brown better than? Has Jaylen Brown been better than SGA this year?
Yes, Jaylen Brown is the MVP. Yes. Jaylen Brown is the MVP right now.
That's not the question that I want to ask. Is he better than him? He played better than him. Is he better?
Oh, you're just asking, is he better than him?
If he playing better than him, then he better than him.
Okay. All right. So if that's the case, then once again, because Ron, we just got off this. I really don't think you know how good James was in 2009, Ron. I don't think you know how really good he was. You know, I mean, I can appreciate what Dwayne Wade did, but I don't think you know how good James was in 2009. But anyway, back to what y'all do.
Wait, hold on.
I was legitimately there. I remember it vividly.
What you was about to say, real talk? Because I wanted to holler at somebody in the chat.
So you have Jaylen Brown, because you said recently that Shea was the best player in the world.
I said that a couple of weeks ago. But then what I say just last week, I said there's 3 players. I said you can mix them up, flip them, put them however you
Shea,
want.
Kawhi,
I said
Jaylen.
it was Shea, Kawhi, and JB right now today, and I said that can go in any order you want it, right?
But your
And
order,
then-
you
and
have
then-
Jaylen
and
Brown
then-
as the best player in the world right now.
When I said that, I probably would have went Shea, JB, Kawhi, and it was really close for me between Shea and JB. But what just happened this weekend?
He went for 50.
And what
did Shea do?
And what happened? And what happened with Shea?
Half of that.
Shea
And he
got
was
ran off
getting
the court.
picked on. He was getting picked on and had to sit down on the bench.
Yeah.
What's the best
And if you ask me, when it's that close to guys in the NBA, and y'all know how I do with basketball, it's a day-to-day thing. It's a day-to-day thing.
What's the best
So-
50 ball in the NBA this year, Ox?
Kawhi.
Jamal
What
Murray.
you asking? What's your mind?
Oh yeah, that Pistons game.
Jamal
You
Murray.
out of your mind? That was the most impressive 50 ball. But yeah,
That's better than the
and
Wolves.
so I just want to make sure, real quick, Swiper, just because I never want my
free
words to
throw
get
fest?
my words are always getting flipped around and misconstrued. I just want to make sure that I'm being very clear. I'm being very consistent with my basketball logic. You know what I'm saying? I'm super day to day with it because on a day to day thing, shit changes. You know what I'm saying? So while I was saying just last week, I gave you 3 guys I thought were playing the best, and Swiper, Jokic is hurt, so I'm just keeping him out of this. With those 3 guys, I think in the last couple of days, I think JB surpassed it. So I got JB number 1 right now.
I'm confused. Like you said, the 3 guys between Shea, JB, and Kawhi. I'm wondering why you're keeping Ant from that category.
Well, just
Because
it's
I
on
think
3.
that's
So
somebody
if
who
you want to talk
guards
about
and he scores and
if you want to talk about like maybe 5, I'm gonna put Ant in there. I think Ant deserves the love. I just think those 3 guys are better than Ant right now. And I'm also realistic and logical. I don't know how long Kawhi can keep this pace. You know what I mean? So
real talk. He got to win a Finals MVP first.
by
That's
the
what
end
it
of
is.
yeah, because all those 3 guys is final
You know?
MVPs we talking about.
You
You know what
know?
I'm saying?
yeah, he got to
you
get
know
his
what I'm saying?
Andre Iguodala Finals MVP, and then he can be in those convos. But
So if by Valentine's Day, if Kawhi has slowed down a little bit, you know what I'm saying, kind of took a couple of games off, which I expect him to do, you know, he might easily fall out of that 3. He'll always be top 10 because anytime he can walk, he's top 10. So.
And Big Ox, just real quick, we don't got to stay on this topic. Well, we actually can't stay on this, but
Yeah, let's move on.
Jokic isn't in this because of his knee.
Well, just because you expect him to be out for the 6 weeks, you know what I'm saying?
So because of his knee. All right, for sure. All right.
I mean, but on top of that though, Ron, you know what I'm saying? We talking about hoopers right now.
I almost forgot. All right, y'all. I want to shout out all of our Hall of Famers. If you aren't a member yet, join up. You could click the button that says join right below the video. After you like the video, go ahead and do that. But salute to everybody that is a Hall of Fame member. That's Multi-Kenny, Worldwide Mace Television. Y'all already know Cheese. He done tapped in today. Shout out to Cheese. Bulletproof, my man Amir. Shout out to Vail, the Vail Perspective, Small Boxes, Drago FC, DNE, MLV, Rob Deer, Kingster. Shout out my man Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart just joined up the Hall of Fame gang again. Salute to you, Teddy. Hey, Teddy, hit me so I can join you into the Hall of Fame group chat, the exclusive group chat that only very few individuals have access to. Also, we got a new Hall of Famer by the name of Spider Gang 56. Shout out to Spider Gang. Spider Gang, if you are tapped in, I want to get you into the Hall of Fame group chat too. And we got to get you on the show sometime soon, you and Teddy Hart. So y'all hit me up. Fridays is our Hall of Fame Fridays. We would love for you guys to come up, cook with us, or cook one of us, and just ask the questions that you need to ask right here on the panel. All right, the next super chat is from Masinko. Masinko said, PC roast off. I got real talk winning. Swipe a second. Ron third.
Yeah, I don't know who would beat me in this.
For Bama would
I'm definitely
fry
fine
you.
with that.
Yeah, Bam.
Fry
you
you.
know what's funny? Bama is on. I'm on press box with Bama every day. Bama's actually not like that funny. What he is, he just goes to insults.
You.
What happened
you
is
don't-
Bama got
don't
mad
know.
at Alabama being being mollywopped 38-3. And what happens is when he loses, his team loses, he just starts attacking you personally. Like he can't stand on nothing else but attacking you personally. And so I'm just like, he's too emotional to be a debater. Because real talk, one thing he does, he might be emotional, but he can come with some wit. Bama's just emotional. It's just like emotional, like a lot of these kind of swings. He's swinging all over the place, not connected on nothing, not hitting no targets. I'm composed when I'm coming for jokes. I'm looking right at you. I'm stepping in the gap, Mars. You hush. Like I'm telling you right now, like real talk. Ox, you want it? Ron, chill.
Nah, I'm cool.
I know out of it. You don't do that.
I don't really take pleasure in that. I'm chilling.
No,
I don't take pleasure in having a light nigga up either.
Yeah,
hey.
I like to just tell funny jokes.
But this overhead left.
Who have you beaten in jokes lately? Who have you beaten in jokes lately?
Swiper, I don't even get involved with you because
we do this all the time, and you haven't.
You light skin, so you'll get off the panel and go cry in the mirror. I don't want to do that.
Listen to Drake. Like I
don't want to have to do that.
Hey Ron, but guess what? Hey, wait, Ron. The difference between me and you is the mirrors in my house still work because they ain't broken. That's the difference. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you start with me, I'm gonna go and I can go off top. We can just keep going all around and around. Real talk too. Matter of fact, real talk. I sub real talk in. He gets you too, Ron. I'm just saying, like you just can't stand on your own 2 feet over here. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Rocky and Bullwinkle. Don't make me do this. I'll flame both of y'all at the same time.
Ron, but you better leave me alone, Ron. You better leave me alone.
Hey, Ron. Huh? Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Say what you want to say.
Y'all making the skinny nigga sandwich right now?
All right, man. The next one I got is from Dame the Great. Dame the Great said, Mars, who's the better offensive player? I came back around to it. Kobe or Duncan, LOL. Also, how did Deion not make the top moments of 2025 with LeBron is the best in the world in 2006 take?
Well, how about the Rui is the best mid-range shooter in the league? He actually was right statistically.
Exactly. Check Rui's numbers. Yeah.
When he said it, I was like, "What? I can't believe he said that." But when I think about it, and when I went back and checked the numbers, he was actually right.
When did Mars?
When
did you curse last year? You cussed somebody out last year. You used the F word too. I can't remember what the conversation was, but that was probably your crash out.
Hey, if y'all did tap into 2023, Mars used to call a bunch of people a bunch of BANs. I'm not gonna say the whole thing.
Really?
I'd have heard Mars go
100%. Just so you
shut
guys
up, you
BAN. Y'all talk about being emotionally. Mars will cuss you out. Okay, don't let the British accent fool you. Mars will definitely go in on
BAN though. That's like a next level. I haven't heard Mars use that word ever.
Because he knows you light skin and he don't want to.
Real talk used to the B word last week, but real talk was out of heat. But that didn't start with real talk. Somebody one thing on the real.
Exactly. I didn't initiate that. You know what I'm saying? I just responded. Disrespect. Most of the time it's going to be responded to.
Ox won't do it either, but Ox will call you a name if you push him to that point. But like it takes a lot for Ox to get there. Ron, you don't even do that either. You don't insult people's intelligence. Chill. You don't really do that either. Except you call somebody like a son of a B word.
Well, the chat, yes. But Mars, Kobe or Tim Duncan, who's better offensively?
It's a very direct question.
Go ahead and get the troll
Very direct question, Mars.
Yeah, I think Kobe's slightly better.
All right, there you have it. We got a super chat from Alan. Alan said, that was just hate from Chill. Laughing my ass off. Luka played great last night. Shout out off ball Luka.
Yeah, Luka was off ball a lot for Luka standards till his last game.
It was going to James a lot. They went to James a lot.
LeBron in the post was beautiful. LeBron James, I keep telling y'all, he has regressed to peak Magic Johnson. It shows y'all how overrated Magic Johnson is. But
anyways, Mars, you missed a lot last week. The main thing that you've been missing is this flip flop, this fish out of water motion, this flip thing that like a pancake flipping. I'm talking about real talk being a real fence jumper. The way he has really just turned his back.
You being a gymnast, real talk.
Oh man, it's ridiculous.
I guess so. How I'm flip flopping.
The way Real Talk has just turned his back on Luka Doncic has been a sight to see. I mean, I've never seen a marvel like this in all my days.
Because I tell the truth about Luka?
Mars, the real
but
conversation
the
you
thing
missed
about
was
it is, real talk. This has been the truth. It's been the truth.
you missed
It's
the
like,
one before me. LeBron 2011 should have won MVP over Derrick Rose. That's what you really missed. It was me versus
That was
everybody.
actually a good conversation too. By the way.
Me versus everybody.
I definitely cooked you on that one. By
No,
the
you
way.
did
But
not. Actually, you got fried.
Fried. 1000% cooked you. Every piece of evidence you
fried
asked for, I
jambalaya.
gave
Fried
you.
jambalaya. You got cooked fried. One before.
I just need
All right.
Ron to go back and go do some homework on 09 James. That's all I want you to do, Ron. I just want you to go back and do some homework on 09 James.
I want
I
y'all
ain't
to go back
saying-
and do some homework on 2010 Amari Stoudemire. That's what I want y'all to do.
I already did homework on 2010 and Amari Stoudemire. And again, Ron, just go back and do some homework on 09 James. I know how you guys feel about Dwayne Wade and how awesome he was. Ron, just go back and do some homework on 09 James.
All right.
Decent player. Yeah.
People
Big
in the chat talking about I'm not a Laker fan because I'm critical of the team. My goodness, do y'all ever stand up, get a bib at least for all the drool that's coming out of your mouth? Like, goodness gracious.
Nope.
Wow.
Go ahead, though.
Big fan Breezy said Brooklyn Nets. You bring your ass to this top row. He said Brooklyn Nets put belt to ass versus the Nuggets. Michael Porter Jr. is an all-star. Hashtag MPJ revenge game. All lottery picks getting vet help. MPJ help to the rookies has been huge.
Yeah, 27-11 yesterday. 27-11-5, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, I'm 5.
Yeah,
Don't forget those dimes. Yeah.
That was a tough game. Murray got double teamed out the wazoo the whole game.
That's what happened against Cleveland too. Did the same thing.
Yeah, second half. Yeah, they're struggling right now offensively a lot. They just don't have a lot of options. AG came back at 20 points off the bench.
You're not playing tonight, right?
Everybody's out tonight. Yeah, they're so hurt. The whole team.
Guarantee they win. Guarantee they find a way.
No, they don't. They
Who
don't.
y'all got
Embiid's about to
tonight?
have. They got the
They
76ers.
playing Philly.
Yeah,
I
Embiid's about to have
guarantee
80
they
points.
find a way to win.
No, they're starting DeRon Holmes and Spencer Jones and Jalen Pickett and
We're gonna see.
Julius
We're
Strawther.
gonna see Hunter Tyson minutes. We're gonna see Hunter Tyson.
Have to. They don't have any other players to play. So this
So
is
How
the
many active
longest.
players do you have in the lineup? Active.
So there's no Gordon. Let me see. No Gordon. No Murray.
Brown, no Cam Johnson.
No Cam Johnson.
The
Jokic,
whole starting five
obviously.
is out. Yeah, the whole
No
regular starting five is
J-Val.
out.
Yeah, J Val's
Oh,
out.
yeah, he's out.
Oh, yeah, he did get hurt, too.
Yeah, so it's going to be no Jokic, Murray, Gordon, Brown, Johnson, Hardaway, Jonas, and Tamar Bates is out. So Bruce Brown, JS, Zeke, DeRon Holmes. Yeah, Embiid's going to have 40 at least.
He was on 40
Jokic is going to be the first player in NBA history to go up in MVP standings without playing. It's going to happen. Because the Nuggets are going to lose.
I think real talk when Aaron Gordon and them get back in the starting lineup, I think Murray will have more help, and so they'll be able to win some games. But the Brooklyn game was Murray had 14 assists in 3 quarters, and they was still bricking. Like they just
Well, at least you guys beat Toronto. So,
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah,
All right.
With J-Val getting hurt too now, everybody else, it's really ugly over there. But I think Joel's kind of moving a little better, so it's good. He regressed to Jokic, but I think he's bouncing back.
I'm gonna just we let it play out,
Right. Good idea.
Joshua Suri Yakamura. Joshua said, hold on, chill. I think Luka played well last night. He was driving to the hoop and was actually playing off ball last night.
He did look good off the ball last night. I don't think he shot the 3 ball particularly well, though. I don't.
Average Joe sent through a super chat and said they tried to tank when Jason Tatum got hurt. They got rid of core pieces, and Jaylen Brown said, fuck that. Only guard definitively having a better season is SGA.
And it doesn't sound like
Jaylen Brown,
up
bro.
there. Yeah, and it doesn't sound like
I don't know how y'all feel about Anthony Edwards, but it's kind of Jaylen Brown too.
I was at the game on
Jalen
Saturday.
Brunson.
I was at that game Saturday, Swiper, and Anthony Edwards off the basketball, to Mars' point on defense, he be chilling a lot. Chilling a lot of times. You could catch him doing nothing off ball. Like it's times when the ball gets swung, and it was times when the ball got swung, and he was surprised, like, oh shit, I gotta get back into play. Yes, he was chilling a lot on off ball, chilling.
Who are they playing? Miami?
Mm-hmm.
I watched the game. I thought he was. I don't know. I guess I gotta.
He was good on the ball. He was good on the ball. Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards is scoring the ball at a ridiculous clip, by the way, right now. I just want people to know that he's pretty much unguardable. You can't stay in front of him. His first step is too explosive. He's become a knockdown pull-up shooter from not only three, but also down mid-range. And he's getting better at getting to the free throw line also.
Hey, Grumsy, you good? He makes the same comment like on multiple platforms.
Is that the Luka fan?
Yeah, he's like stressed.
Yes.
It's constant, though. It never stops.
Speaking of Luka, real talk. Would you rather have Ant over Luka right now in the Lakers?
Yes.
And moving forward?
Yes. Ant's younger. Ant's a better athlete. He's a better defender. He's a better scorer now at this point. Only thing Luka does better than Ant is pass.
Whoa! Love it. Because the reason why I'm loving this is because it's just feeding more into within the next 5 years, Anthony Edwards is going to be the best guard in the game.
Didn't take 5 years, took a year and a half.
Yeah.
Prior to the season, Real Talk said Luka was a top 3 player on the planet.
I thought Luka was
sliding down the list.
No, because I'm tired of this narrative.
Every week it's a new name.
No, I've been saying Ant is top 5.
He's always been big on
Next is going to be Jaylen Brunson and Cade. Then it's going to be Jaylen Brown. It's just going to be like, by the end of the season, hey, Luke is actually the 12th best player in the league.
Why do I get criticized? Because I'm open-minded and willing to change my change my mind on new information. Actually, this being down on Luka is not new, right? For me. Last year, when me and Mars up here and we were ranked the top 10 players, I was not particularly high on Luka's season last year.
That's correct.
At all. Yep. I had Ant over Luka last season when we did that list. What I thought Luka was going to do was come back this year as 23-24 Luka and be killing the league, back to having these 70-point games, these 30-point halves consistently, these 45, just going crazy. So I thought we were getting that version of Luka.
Guys. You'd never guess who's leading the league.
He's leading the league in scoring. I got it. But he's not playing.
I expected him to do what his score. He's leading the league in scoring.
He's not playing to 24 level. It just is what it is.
You can't say I expected Luka to do all this scoring. And then someone says, "Oh, he's
not scoring the ball as well as he did."
Scoring. I got it.
Is he scoring the ball as well as he did in 24?
No.
Okay, then. Exactly.
But that's not what you just said. That's not what you just said.
I said you expected him to do
24/7. You said you expected him to do all this scoring, 30-point halves, 70-point games when he's had one, which is amazing. One for a career is more than enough, I promise you. Expecting multiple 70-point games is probably lofty.
I'm obviously it didn't have to be.
He's doing what he does.
I thought he was going to. No, he's not playing as well as 24.
But he's playing 1 minute left. So actually, if Luka played 37 minutes, he'd probably be scoring more than 24 Luka.
Okay, and 24 Luka is still better than this version of Luka. He's a
Let's
more
take
accurate,
the per 100 possessions.
more accurate scorer.
He's actually averaging more per 100 possessions than 24 Luka. He's actually doing it more.
Yeah, because he's going to the free throw line.
Hey, Mars, he's just wearing purple and gold. So some people now don't like him as much as they like him.
But the true shooting is playing
I was actually ready to glaze Luka to infinity and beyond because now he's on the Lakers. But if he's not playing to that level,
hey Mars, you know what the real thing is? Real talk. All this is, brother, and I'm with you because you were just too high on how he was in 24. They're actually playing at very similar levels right now.
He was that good in 24.
You just it's that 0.8 true shooting.
Go ahead, Ron. You need something?
0.8 true shooting.
Hold on, I think I have one more super chat for you.
3% better field goal percentage and 6% better from 3.
Oh, field goal percentage. Okay.
No, I don't got anything for you, Swiper. Nobody wanted to talk.
2026, yeah, field goal percentage. Yeah.
All right, later, Swiper. Good to talk to you, brother.
The next super chat is from Hunter TV. Hunter said, Luka going to be lapped by Zach Edey at this rate? We are going.
That's not true.
Shit, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We're like at the trajectory in which he's plummeting down lists.
So where are we right now?
Probably gonna be below Nick Smith Jr. by like June.
Where are we right now?
That's the trajectory.
Real talk. Where are we right now with Luka?
Where are we right now?
Of the 10 best players in the game, where are we right now with Luka? Where are we?
Okay, so
The whole
Jokic
league's
is-
healthy. The whole league's healthy.
Okay, whole league's healthy. Jokic is better than him. Giannis is better than him. Shea's better than him. Ant's better than him.
Okay, so he's 5. So as of right now, he's 5, arguably.
Yeah, it's either Luka or Wemby right there.
Okay,
Is
so
pre-Achilles Tatum
hear
better
it all
than
the
this Luka?
time.
No.
Okay, so we're at 6.
Wow.
Just-
Wow.
So we started at 3. Now we're at 6. Because Tatum
He's
is
either
healthy.
the 5th or 6th best player in the world. That's not.
Okay.
I mean, chill. We hear it all the time. We hear it all the time. It's clear to me that Luka was a Dallas 10, but a LA 8. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time. You know, it happens. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? You move to LA and
What
the
it sound like to
scale,
me, Ron, is it-
they,
it's-
you know, you grade on the curve. You know,
It sounds like she
How it
moved
works.
in and, she ain't as good looking as she was when she was living across town. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like, homegirl over here is still fine. Homegirl over here is still fine. Now that she moved in, she looks good. She just doesn't look good as she did
She
before.
did-
She
It's
really,
because-
she,
it's
she
because
really ain't
she
even
do-
doing nothing all that bad. The
It's the
nigga
same
just
shit she
nitpicking.
always been doing.
He
It's
just
the
complaining
same
and
shit she
nitpicking.
always been doing, chill. This is the same shit. That's what I'm saying. And my thing about it though is that Real Talk just sat up here and opened his lips and said, "I'm just being open minded about." But when Ox do that, I'm not standing on my nuts. I'm pussyfooting.
Uh-oh.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, because when we were talking about Jaylen Brown and Kawhi, absolutely. I'm standing on my nuts with this Luka take and people are just PRAing me to death.
Luka Doncic is doing the same thing now
Yeah.
that he was doing when you was glazing. Now you just don't like it
The
because he's doing it at your
34-99
house.
came with elite play, Mars. That's why I was 34.
He doing it. He just doing it at your crib, and you don't
All
like
right,
it.
chill.
All right,
This shit
all right,
looks
I'll see
chill.
you tomorrow.
Chill.
chill.
My bad for my energy today. I'm sorry. I just enthusiasm and excitement. I didn't mean to. I shouldn't even brought this belt up here. You know what?
I'll see y'all dudes tomorrow, yo.
All right, chill. My goodness, man.
All
I
right.
tell people get hate for it. This is crazy.
Shout out my man, Mr. Aboriginal. Mr. Aboriginal became a YouTube member like you should. And then he sent through a super chat like you should. And Mr. Aboriginal said, so we beat the Cavs. If we beat the Knicks on a back-to-back, he's talking about the Pistons. If we beat the Knicks on a back-to-back, will the Pistons finally get the recognition as the best team in the East? Or will it be another excuse?
I think they can be the best regular season team in the East.
Kind of there with you. Mr. Aboriginal, like your team is very good. You guys are the best regular season team. I have my concerns come playoff time. And so that's really where it's at. For me, I don't know about how these brothers feel. I don't know. I've heard the Knicks are the best team. I won't say that other team. I've heard the Cavs are still the best team. And it's another team that's just lurking around in the East that I've heard is the best team. I've heard the Heat are the best team.
That's all I know. One team is winning in 6. So.
The next super chat I got is from, you guessed it, Anna Monica Studio said that lineup they gave Tatum versus the Nets in 21 was vile. Still did a better job than Jokic versus Phoenix. Who is a better offensive player, Magic or MJ?
Yeah, go look at that 21 Celtics roster and tell me that was some super.
Yeah, in the playoffs. Yeah, no, in the playoffs it was bad because Jaylen Brown was out and whatnot. They were dealing with
The
a lot of
whole
injuries.
year. I mean, they were starting Evan Fournier. and
Yeah, they
stuff.
were dealing with a lot of injuries in that postseason. I remember the starting lineup. It was Kemba, Fournier, Jason.
I mean, they were
Tatum.
in the play-in that year.
Tristan Thompson was starting in the playoffs. Yeah.
But even
I'm not
before the playoffs, they
Romeo
were-
Langford might have started a game for that team in the playoffs. It was. Yeah,
I believe so, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And Jason Tatum had 50 in one of them games.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
He beat the big 3 Nets by himself.
Yeah. What game was that? Game 2?
3 or something.
3?
Game 2.
Something. It was something. Yeah. Shout out to Jason Tatum.
Yeah. But let's hate on JT because Jaylen Brown's.
I think KD and James Harden combined for 80 in that game too. So it's not like it was like, oh, the Nets just played bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, JT was just doing his thing. Good little player.
The JT hate is crazy from these two over here. What was the rest of that super chat though?
I think JTA.
Magical Michael Jordan offensively.
Oh, Michael Jordan. That's not even a conversation.
I
Michael Jordan is better at everything at basketball than Magic Johnson, except passing.
Yeah, I think JT had is ridiculous. That's why I've always stuck up for JT. That's why I was the one saying that he was better than Luka for the past 3 seasons. You know, I've always had Jason Tatum's back, but just because I admit that he had silver dollar eyes against Jimmy Butler, you know. Anyways,
That whole argument you guys had was nonsense, by the way. Just
it was. In hindsight, I look back on it and I'm like, yeah, we probably could have done without that, but that's okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, after you found out you were lying about the KD matchup.
I wasn't lying.
Matchup data is the most flawed stats in the NBA.
Because that's
but
it wasn't flawed when they said Al Horford was. It was put real talk on the big screen and.
It's flawed the whole time.
I didn't put you on the big team.
Matchup day. He did do that.
Well, because I didn't even want to talk about it, but y'all made me talk about it. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna get in there then. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit there and be quiet in times like that. But as y'all know, I don't believe it. I don't believe in those numbers anyway. But hey, if I'm forced to talk about it and they seem to be on my side, hell yeah, I'm gonna jump up and down. Yeah, of course I am. Just like anybody else would. But I didn't want to talk about those numbers because I know, just like Mar said, that those numbers are very flawed.
All right, Ach, you read this one?
No, I didn't.
No Strays sent through a super chat and said Jaylen Brown is having his quote unquote Scottie Pippen without Michael Jordan season. We love to see it.
Yeah, shout out to
That
Scottie.
might not be a bad
Jaylen
comparison, to be fair. Like, just in terms of like dominant team loses best player and then like doesn't really miss a beat in the regular season the next year. It might be a.
So in that instance, let me ask you this. Do y'all think that Scottie Pippen just got better, or do you think that he just got a chance to be the guy?
Probably his situation, I think, is more so just got a chance to be the guy than Jaylen Brown. Because he still didn't like tremendously up his scoring volume then. He was still like, what was it, like 22 a game?
I think
he was still just
playing. I think he improved
like
six or 7 points.
Did he? Let me see.
That's just off the top of my head. I could be wrong about that, but I believe
he went
improved
from
like 6
per basketball reference. He went up by 3.5 points.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to be fair, I mean, going from 18.5 to 22 in the mid-90s, that is kind of a big deal. His efficiency went up across the board, so he was more efficient.
But see, he only took.
This man's play people show 66% from the line. Jesus.
Yeah, but see that's a look at his field goal attempts though. Like his field goal attempts didn't really change. He shot the ball 16.4 times the year before, and then
1.5
17 points. Yeah, like he didn't,
and then an extra.
He just was making more shots a little bit. So I mean,
see, I thought he went up to 20, like 24 and a half.
Nah,
that's all right.
That's not really his game. Never was really.
Well, he can.
The next super chat.
I hate when you act like he couldn't.
The next super chat is from
22. I mean,
Dark Big Man. Said Nelly made a comment yesterday saying that his hip hop era was the hardest era due to the talent of the 2000s through 2008, 2010. Thoughts on this?
I think that's
he's absolutely correct. That was a point of time in the 2000s where, number one, we had regional sounds. Everybody wasn't sounding the same, right? Mm-hmm. But you had so many different artists doing big things. Nelly was out. He was out at the time where Nelly was hot, Jay-Z was hot, T.I. was popping. Who else? DMX, Ludacris. Who else?
I mean, the early 2000s. That was right before the game, and 50 Cent and all that.
50 was popping. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a tough. It was a tough time to be a top rapper during them times, man. It was a lot of big names on the board back then.
Yeah, Eminem was going crazy.
Eminem, yep.
Yeah, Jadakiss was going crazy. UGK. It was a lot going on around that time. Obviously E40. It was a lot, but it was a lot of rappers around that time.
Mm-hmm. This Ron is frozen.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. How you say his name? This quarterback? Shao?
I guess I don't know. Show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the rookie from New Orleans, right? Shaw gonna lose that rookie of the year after losing to a good Falcons defense, thrown to niggas built like Ron. Shaw gonna win that bum division next year.
Facts. I don't
Shout
know
to
if
Show.
that's facts, but we're just gonna agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Too much individual talk in a team sport. PC number one easy.
Yeah. I mean, we try to talk about players. They're individuals.
Yeah. Big Mac 2K became a YouTube member. Shout out to you. I see Baba both ways swipe a touch. All right. Okay. The Trub one, who's been a member for 29 months. Man. As a Raider fan, I'm just happy we're finally getting the QB. I like Geno, but peace. Man, shout out to Geno, man. Who's Z07? Acknowledging someone got better is hate now? I guess.
Yeah, apparently that's hate. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if that was directed to the Jaylen Brown conversation, but I don't think acknowledging someone it got better is hate. I think pretending like they weren't dope already is just kind of not hate.
I think good players can get better.
Yeah, absolutely. But there was a time when Jaylen Brown was getting a whole bunch of hate. It was before the MVP. Before that,
absolutely.
And rightfully so.
Oh, okay.
Leaf Diggy, been a member for 28 months, says, GJ Ron, good job, Ron? What is that? That's what's up.
I'd assume.
Yeah. Good job, Ron. Darnold and the Chiefs did they one job. Good job. Shout out to the Brim Reaper Leaf Diggy. Deleted 9202. Here y'all go switching conversations to Jason Tatum. It deflects the purpose of putting JB on the map against the top dog in the MVP ladder.
Which is who, Shay?
I would assume so.
Where would you have Jaylen Brown on your MVP ladder right now, Mars?
When we did that for your channel, who was my fifth? Was it Maxey or Branson?
I think Maxey.
I'm above Maxey.
I have him third now. I moved him above Cade that quickly.
Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm. Here you go, this name. Read the super chat.
Big Ox is doing a good job.
So what you come back for then? Be true. Be true. 2310 said Mars told Penn to shut the F up over Kareem and Coop. Laughing my ass off. Did you do that, Mars?
He did. I do remember when Mars told Penn to shut the F up.
Probably.
Penn is able to get these kind of reactions out of us. You know, I'm going to make a conscious effort now, actually, to be very polite and kind and not aggressive towards Penn at all. Even if he goes there with me, I'm going to keep it calm.
I think that's a good idea.
I think so too.
Spotted Gang 56, been a member for 5 months, says breaking: Bucks president Peter Fegan steps down after 12 seasons with Milwaukee. Josh Glessling has taken his spot. Thoughts?
Never heard of either one of those human beings in my life.
Don't have no thoughts on that. And none of my business. Someone tell Real Talk 24 Luka was an outlier season. That's from AVG 123.
I'd rather hear that than the Lucas always played like he did in 24. No, he didn't. No,
His process has always been the same. The exact same.
Yeah, but the result was different. So,
yeah, but that doesn't mean you're playing differently. You're playing
better. But you're playing better.
Yeah, sure. No one's argued that it was better in 24. No one's argued against that.
Okay.
I've been telling you he's played the same way. So all of a sudden,
but also no, I do think his
shot
process
selection
has changed.
and decision making is like he's making the same decision.
His process has changed. He used to be a more of a downhill player than he is now.
Not in 24. We disagree. Yeah, not in 24. We disagree. That's it.
I just looked at it. I mean, 24, he was second more shot 3-pointers than like. But I'm saying throughout his career arc has changed. 20 to 23.
From young Luka for sure.
20 to 23 Luka is a different player from 24 on.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying he hasn't always.
But when you're harping on 24 Luka, it's the same. It's the same thing.
Oh, I know. But what I'm saying is, if he's going to adjust his shot diet to that, then he has to make the shots. But what I'm saying is, Luka hasn't always played the same. His game has changed.
Oh yeah, for sure. 21 Luka plays differently to current Luka. Yeah, absolutely. 24 Luka and this Luka play the exact same.
Okay, Mr. Aboriginal says, what does Cade have to do to win MVP? And respect.
Play better.
Yeah, I don't think Cade got it.
Pray on a Shea injury.
Even if Shea gets an injury, I think that just pencils in Jaylen Brunson and Jaylen Brown.
Brown injury too. And eventually enough people will get injured that Cade will be the MVP.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, y'all. That's the end of the super chats, and that's the end of the show, man. I got places to be. Got to get running. Peace, y'all. All right, Mars. All right, Real Talk. As y'all already know, we will be right back here tomorrow, same time, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. And what time over there, Mars?
4 p.m.
4 p.m., man. Y'all don't be late. Peace.
Peace.